Hello there and welcome, and why have I got a to-do list on screen? Let's get rid of that. Hello and welcome to Laurence Plays, and it is a Wednesday, so we're going to be playing some Satisfactory. Oh look, there goes a train. And yes, so Satisfactory, this is my factory that I'm floating high above. Over there we've got the original factory that I built up and is a complete mess. There's one over there that makes computers and stuff and is a bit tidier. And then as I progress further through the game, we've got some neat ones over here that make things like motors and aluminium stuff and transmitters and so on. And last week I went off over the tops of the cliffs over there, fought off many a giant spider, and there's now a stream of uranium ore coming down a belt all the way down here and going into a station over there. So the next thing for me to do is going to be to set up a factory system that will do something with that uranium and turn it into something a bit more useful. So hello Rob, hello, hi bye, welcome to the stream and thank you for joining me. And now we'll spend a moment or two while I try and decide where I want to put my new factory. My original plan was to stick it in over there, somewhere in those clouds over there, out beyond that piece of rail over there, because we've got oh crikey. Yes, we've got a chunk of rail that it's hard to tell on this map because it doesn't actually show you anything you want to see. We've got a load of stations down here. So there's a rail that comes up here, and then it goes across here, and then up here, and then across here. So there's a load of space available here that I haven't used yet. However, having just taken a bit of a look around over here, I'm thinking, why don't I put it in over here? I've already got a system over here for where I can put in more and more stations for all of the extra stuff I want to drop off. So let's put it in over there, and then the factory part can be in this gap over here. That feels quite nice. Now, does mean I'm going to need to bring quite a lot of trains over here, and so I definitely need to go over and fix that. Finish off this bit of rail down here, because at the moment it's set up so that we've got a little bit of one-way train system in the middle. Most of it is set up as with these two-way lines, as you can see. But as you can also probably tell by this piece that comes across here, well, there's a bit missing that goes down this hill, so that shouldn't be too difficult to finish off, and then just link in down at the bottom there to allow the trains to come down the hill and then head off from there to wherever they need to go. So let's do that first. Then once that's done, I can start thinking about the next stuff on the list. So I will want to have a piece of rail come off the edge of there, and I want it to come down here, like this. And if I put in a little bit of a straight patch there, then maybe I can... Oh, I can have it... No, I'll have it come to here. And then to about here. And that should allow me to get... nothing. It should allow me to stop it clipping through absolutely everything. And it's across to about here. Ooh, let's have a little bit of hover there. There we go. I got too far away from the railway, so I ran out of power. Oh, actually, that doesn't quite work. We'll have to do it to... there. What's the shortest I can do? Alright, that looks acceptable, I think. And then we'll run this down the hill over here. Oh, this isn't going to work. I'm going to need to have got down the hill in time to do a corner at the bottom. So I think I'm going to need to remove all of this scaffolding. And I don't mean scaffolding, I mean foundation. This is the other game. How do I change? There we go. R to change dismantle. No. Oh yeah, it's hold down control, isn't it, to select lots of stuff at once. So yes, I'm going to need to remove this railway line, actually, it turns out. And quite a lot of this as well. There we go. Now, hopefully... Oh, okay, I can fall all the way down here, thankfully without dying horribly. I hear trains, okay. And then I need to come over here and set this up. I need to come over here and set the no, not that button. That button. There we go. I need to come over here and set this up to allow a railway line to go up over there. Now, I'm now regretting removing the some of the foundations I removed, because I can't really see exactly where that's supposed to join in, but I think it's going to be about here. So let's put in some more foundation across here, like this. Everything's in the wrong mode because I've been outside the game, because I've not been playing the game for a little while. So let's do that as well. Now I can put in some rail over here. So coming off this corner, I said off this corner, there we go. We can do a nice, neat 90-degree turn like that. Then over there, I will then need to bring that one down to meet up with this. So let's go over and do that. I think I do have the right. I do have the right jetpack thing selected at the moment for what I'm doing. The actual jetpack rather than the hover pack would be sort of good for getting around here a little bit quicker, but also not really, because I need to be able to. I don't want to run out of power halfway through what I'm doing. I do, however, want to chop down these trees because they're kind of in the way and everything looks wrong if I don't. So let's get the old chainsaw back out again. Take out that one. That one. That one. These are weird trees with the multiple trunk thing going on they've got, and then joining up in a sort of joining up in an I don't know what to call it up near the top. But oh well, you can still cut them down with a chainsaw, and that's what matters. So we're coming in over here. I'm going to need to remove a few of these as well. We've got some poison gas over here, which I have been trying to avoid because gas filters are not an infinite supply. But I can survive down here for a little while, even in the poison gas, because, as I say, I've got the filters, and they'll do. And I now have a supply of polyester being made, which is something I can start to make my I can start to make the filters from that. I'm not sure polyester would make for a particularly good filter, but the game seems to be happy with it, so I guess that's what matters. Which way are you going? That is not the correct way. That is almost the correct way. Down a bit. Down a bit. No. What? Oh. It went in the right place briefly. There we go. That's where I want you to go. And then head down to the correct height for that, which I think is, yes, there. Then I can bring some more foundation across from there. And, you know, alright, let's bring it underneath as well like that. Okay, nice. Now, I can't fly because I'm too far away from the railway lines. That was an odd thing to say. Right, now I've got enough foundation that I can start building this railway line up. Oh, I missed a tree. Let's take that one out as well. There we go. That looks better. Right, now, where was it? Yes, railway line is the next thing. Because, as I said, I want the trains to be able to train properly. So bring that to, yeah, all right, let's put it to there. And then can I just whack, I could whack one piece all the way straight through to there, but it would look horrific. So let's do this in a couple of parts. There we go. It's a little bit wiggly, but the trains don't seem to mind that, so nor do I. In fact, it's a lot wiggly, but yeah. What can you do? Can I have a... No, I can't have a platform like that. A signal like that. Okay, so now I've done that, I can get rid of this piece of rail going across the middle here, because we're not doing that anymore. We've got a proper two-way system working now, and the trains can go down there. Well, there's another piece down there that's wrong. But basically, the trains can come from here. They can come upwards, up this way, and come down here, and they can loop around there, and they can either go off that way or across that way, whichever is appropriate for them. Also, as I say, I need to now get rid of that piece of rail down there, which is slightly out of range at the moment. And then I need to get rid of that signal. Oh, but I do need... Wait, I got rid of the wrong signal. Why is it a path signal? Oh, I know why it's a path signal. It's a path signal because this was a one-way system. Right, so I need to put in some signals around here. So we need one of them, which I can't quite reach at the moment, which is a shame. How about you? No. Nope, you're not signal. Give me that. There we go. Block signal. So I want one there. And one about here somewhere. Yes, there we go. That'll do nicely. So that's the train signal, so they'll go through here properly. Now, what are you? You're a block signal as well. Good. Are you a block signal? No, you're a path signal. So I want to replace you with a block signal. There we go. So that's correct now. Because we don't, at the moment, my factory isn't complicated enough to need path signals. I'm just doing very, very basic train systems at the moment. I would quite like to have another signal somewhere on this hill though, because hills are slow. Put one at the top there, and there was a halfway point. Yeah, it was down here. There we go. Put one in there, and I should do the same on the way down as well. Even though trains are quite quick going downhill for some reason, almost as if gravity's on their side. Right. Okay, I think that is now finished. We've got a lovely system set up here where the trains can come up here and go down there. So there isn't a way. I'm not quite sure where trains turn round. If they're coming from over there and they want to come up the hill, they might have to go quite a long way along here before they find a turnaround point. I should probably put one in there, really, but we'll worry about that later. I don't think I've got enough trains buzzing around that that's a serious issue just yet. Right, so that means I can now carry on with my actual plan for this stream, which is to get over there and start building a uranium processing area. Now, there's a few things we're going to need for this. One is obviously going to be uranium and everything to allow me to make the uranium into the appropriate stuff. Let's try not to fall down there because that'd be extremely annoying. It'll take me forever to get back up again. So over here, yes, I need to bring in all the ingredients I need to make the uranium into fuel cells. And also, I want to build one of the other things in quite large quantities so that I can start using them for other stuff as well as just making uranium fuel cells. Because one of the things up in that phase 4 bar at the top there requires one of the same. Oh, it's radiation over here. I've got a bit too close. Let's hide while I'm thinking about it. No, not there. We'll put a strip of foundation across there and just touch down on it while I think. Okay, so yes, we've got radiation coming from the uranium station, which is going to make building over here a joy, I can tell you. But never mind. So let's have a look at parts, shall we? So in order to actually do nuclear power, I'm going to need some of these, the uranium fuel rods. I'm going to need. Yes, I'm going to need these, the uranium fuel rods. And these require electromagnetic control rods and encased industrial beams, which is fairly easy. I've got the stuff for that already. And also encased uranium cells. And to make the encased uranium cells, I'm going to need the uranium ore, I'm going to need concrete again, and I'm going to need sulfuric acid. Well, that's going to be interesting. We do at least have water just straight down below. And we have some sulfur. I don't think it's on the train system, but that's not going to be too difficult. So none of that is too bad. As you can see, you can make it from sulfur and water. So yeah, that's not too bad. The other thing we need though is the electromagnetic control rod, this guy. And this is going to require stators, which aren't too bad. You can bring in steel, stamp it into pipes, bring in copper, stamp it into wires, combine the two, fine. Not too much of a problem there. But also AI limiters, actually those aren't too bad either. Again, bring in copper, stamp it into sheets, bring in gold, stamp it into wires. Okay, so we can make those. However, the part that is going to be a bit more complicated is I also want to make magnetic field generators, because I'm going to need those for phase 4 up here. And that because that requires these electromagnetic control rods, this feels like it's probably a sensible place to do it, because we've got everything available all in the same place. So, but that means I need to build versatile frameworks, which I think is going to be iron in lots and lots of various forms fed through there, and steel as well. But that's okay. We'll need to bring in iron, but we've already got the steel, or we will already have the steel. And also going to need batteries, and that's sulfuric acid, and is that aluminium and alclad? Alumina solution. Oh. Okay, that's annoying because my aluminium production is elsewhere, and so we don't have a nice convenient supply of the alumina solution, because it's all just being turned into aluminium, because that seemed to be what it was used for. May end up having to package that and then bring it over in tanks, which is annoying. I don't really want to... Oh, I could run a long pipe. The long pipe might actually be easier. Either way, it's annoying. And then aluminium casings, which is just aluminium. That's okay. I can bring in aluminium and stamp it into those. But requiring one of the prereqs for a metal is annoying. It's also going to produce water. I don't really know quite what I'm going to do with that. I guess we'll pump it into the system that's producing the sulfuric acid, and hopefully it'll use it all up at a decent rate. This train seems to be going round and round in circles. Is there just no coal coming up from here, and so it's just orbiting while it waits for anything to be available? I think it might be. That's potentially problematic. Yeah, it's leaving empty again. So there's probably somewhere, and it's probably the steel production over there that is currently being starved of coal, or potentially being starved of coal, because we're not bringing any up. Let's drop down here and have a look. Yeah, there's none being brought up, because absolutely all the coal around here is being taken away to be made into electricity, because we need a lot of electricity, unfortunately. So we don't have any spare coal to go up there and be taken away anymore. I think I'm just going to ignore that for the time being, because in theory that'll be fixed by sorting out the nuclear power. Then we can stop doing coal power on this sort of crazy scale. Just do nuclear power instead, and then everything will be much simpler. At least that's the hope. I don't have a huge amount of confidence that it's going to work like that, but I can always wish. Okay, so the question is, how do I build the additional stations across there without irradiating myself severely? The other big question is, how do I bring in a suitably large quantity of sulfur, and also how do I get the alumina across? Those are going to be the challenges. Yeah, I could fly over there and put a tower on the on that slope, but I don't think that would really help. I'd just end up with trying to do construction at excessively long range. My best bet is probably going to be to put in foundation out like this to give me something to stand on that's basically safe, and then maybe put a tower on the end of that, because I'm probably about to run out of power. Yes, there we go, and fall out of the sky. So let's put in what's the name? What's it called? Organisation. The lookout tower. That's the one. Put this guy in over here like this, but we'll point the ladder towards me. I can get over here like this, and then climb up it. Lovely. There we go. From here, I can see what I'm doing, and I can also manage to not be irradiated by the uraniums, so that's good. At least I can kind of see what I'm doing. This building around uranium a uranium station is going to be annoying, I can tell. But for now, I just need to put down a lot of foundation, and then more stations, because as I was saying earlier, I'm going to need quite a lot of things: steel, concrete, copper, gold. Is that everything? Probably not. Oh, sulfur. And our abeyance of the laws of physics is getting more and more ridiculous as far as I cantilever this further and further out. In theory, this is supposed to look like it's supporting the whole thing. And it sort of wasn't too bad when it was just the coal station over here. Because there's that one, and then there's another support over there. So it was kind of supported. But now it's getting a little bit ridiculous. Also, I've run out of range on my Buildermatron. Okay, well, that's as far as we're going to go by the looks of it. Let's switch over to the other jetpack. No, that one. I have 2 hover packs because of death reasons, death-related reasons. I should take one of those back, really. Right, there we go. That's close, far enough. So let's put in another station. Let's drop the hologram. No, not there. No, go. Stop it. On station. How fast am I using up my filters? Not too fast, okay. Okay, let's put you there. And then go in and have a look and see if you're in the right place. You're pointing in the right direction, so that's good. You are not quite lined up with that one. There we go. Now you're lined up with that one. Can we move you any further that way without it being a nightmare? Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so we'll put you there. And another one next to it here. Have I run out? Okay, I've run out of foundation to build it on. Fine. And I say I'm mostly ignoring the radiation, but it is quite. It's not too strong over here. I don't feel like I'm being actively poisoned by it. I've just got a slightly annoying Geiger counter noise happening. So we'll go a little bit further over here. We're going to need a lot of stations in this area. And one of the things I've learned from playing Satisfactory for the last few months is that stations are big. Anything you plan to do that involves rail is going to be bigger than you expect. And I've run out of concrete. There you go. There's proof that it's all going to be bigger than I expect. So let's line another one up with that. Is that in the right? I can't afford it because I've run out of concrete. Oh, for goodness sake. Right. What's the fastest... One of the things I need to do over here, I think, is going to be build a what's name cannon, so I can quickly get back over to the main factory when I run out of stuff. Because I'm going to be out here doing quite a lot of building work. Although that said, there is a vacuum tube down there, but they're quite slow. So let's put in one more piece of concrete here because I can, and then let's start putting in some. Let's start putting in some hypertubes. Except I can't afford them either. Alright, it looks like we are going to go back by vacuum tube, even though it's a bit slow. So down here at the bottom, yes, there we go, is a vacuum. This vacuum tube goes, I think this might go all the way back to the main base, actually. I might be able to just ride this on a single run. Take it all the way back, and then load up on all the stuff, hopefully all the stuff that I'm going to need to build up the new facilities that I require. It's quite a long ride back though, and because I'm coming up out of a hole in the ground, the vacuum tube is relatively slow, which I suppose makes a certain amount of sense. If you've got enough air pressure to make me trundle along here at a reasonable rate like that, if you've got the same air pressure behind me as I'm trying to go up a steep hill, it makes sense that I go a bit slower. The downhill is quite good fun though, and also the game plays silly what's names with momentum. I will keep this speed up, probably all the way back to the factory facility. Oh, that's interesting. The factory stuff on the horizon is still coloured orange because it hasn't loaded it in properly yet, and you can see it colouring itself blue as I get closer, and it goes, oh wait, this is all supposed to be blue. I remember. Not just a default. Right. Okay. First thing. Actually, first thing. Let's get rid of that spare hover pack and put it in, not this box. Well, it should go in this box, actually. What can I take out of it? That's useless crap. Let's put the spare hover pack in there because I don't need that. Then let's... no, not that one. Then let's switch over to the hover pack while I fly around over here. And let's bin that limestone because that's useless. Put all this wood into the warehouse over here so it can be turned into slightly more useful biomatter. Slightly, only slightly. Mycelia... I suppose I could put it in here to be turned into fabric. Oh, it's biomass that's waiting to be turned into fabric anyway. Put some of that in. And no, is it you that contains bio? No, you contain biopellets. You contain biomass. Yes, you do. Let's take some of that out of there, and we'll chuck this in here. It's a way of making fabric out of basically free stuff. Then over here we have a storage container which has lots of concrete. We're going to need lots of that. Let's put the part stack back and take a full stack. There we go. In fact, I'll take out these 2 piles of limestone because I don't need them. What I actually meant to do was just put them straight in the bin, not put them into my inventory because they're not useless. They can be turned into concrete, but that would require me to find a machine that's empty enough that I can put some into it. You're a power slug. I don't want to ditch you, but I also don't want to carry you around. Can I put you in here as well? No, this is still full. Oh, yes, I can because there's already some in there. So get rid of that there. We'll put that in the bin because it's just coal. I don't care about that. A lot of aluminium stuff. This is all valuable and useful, but I'm not sure if it's valuable and useful to me right now. Berries, not so much. I tend to use nuts because I don't know, just out of habit. Okay. So let's have a bit of a think about this and try and approach this sensibly and in a way that won't lead to me just endlessly running out of stuff. So we're going to be doing transport stuff. We're going to need... We put down 2 stations, didn't we? So we need freight platforms for both of those. And I'm going to need to bring in aluminium, sulfur, iron, copper, steel, probably at least one more thing. So let's go up to 6. I've already made 2 of these stations, so I don't need quite so many of those. I will need trains for all of these. I would like to put in a hypertube cannon to bring me back over. That'd be useful. And that hasn't even got started on what I'm going to want to build. So let's start with these things because that's a manageable thing, and then I can have a bit of a think about what else I need as well. So through here, what do I need? Right, I need computers, motors, and rotors. These look like motors. Yes, they are. Boop. Is that enough? Yes. These look like rotors. Boop. Yes, they are. And computers are up here somewhere. There they are. There's 50 of them. Lovely. Right, so that's everything I need to build the things I put on my list. That was remarkably easy. I suppose the next thing to do is to have another look through all of the bits and pieces that are required for my construction and work out how many of everything I need. And this is usually a pen and paper job, so I suppose I better get started. So, this piece of paper's full. Let's try and next page. Right. So, looking back in the parts again, I want to make the magnetic field generators. And let's just have one machine making these and then do the maths based on that. So we have MagGen is a manufacturer, and that makes so presumably it takes 120 seconds to... Yeah, it takes 120 seconds to run, so it produces 1 per minute. So it produces 2, but it produces 2 each time it runs. So that's yeah. To make that, yeah. Well, okay, we have all those requirements. So that's 1 per minute. So that means we need a verse frame, a EM rod, and a battery. And each of those we need 2.5 frameworks per minute. We need 2 rods per... No, we need one rod per minute. And we need 5 batteries per minute. Making a versatile framework requires an assembler, and it can make 5 per minute. So we've got plenty coming out of a single one of these, and that means so we're going to need beam and cube. I can't remember what the cube's called. Doesn't really matter. Beams we're going to need 6 of those per minute, and we're going to need half a cube per minute, because this makes twice as many as we need per minute. This makes 5 per minute. We need 2.5 per minute. So the beams come from this, and we can make 15 per minute from those in a constructor. So we need 1, basically. 1 will make an absolutely plentiful supply of those, because we need 6, it'll make 15. Great. Now back to the versatile framework, if I can find. Oh no! Now I need to go off to the modular frame, the cube. That was the other thing I wanted. So that's okay. This is getting slightly more complicated. This requires what do you call reinforced iron plate, reinforced iron, and iron rod. The iron rods are made. No, I can just hover over these actually at this point, can't I? That's 1-to-1. Made at 15. Hang on, I need half of one of these per minute, and they make 2 per minute. So I need this to run at quarter speed. So I need 3 rods coming in per minute, and I need call it 1 plate. So that means 1 machine making the rods here will be absolutely fine. Everything's been fine with 1 machine so far, I think, hasn't it? I've sort of... Yeah, I'm sure it has. No, that's NAS. Laser cons. That's NAS. Right, iron. So whereas making this one, again, we make 1 per... it makes 5 per minute, fine. It takes iron plates, iron screws. Iron plate... screws. So if we want this to run at... This is making 2 per minute. We reckon no, sorry. This is making 5 per minute. Let's go for this one because this has another layer. This is making 5 per minute, and we need 1. Therefore, we only need to be making a 1/5 of these number of screws. So, instead of needing 60 per minute, we only need 12 per minute. And one machine makes 40 per minute. So I think, to be honest, 1 screw machine is probably going to be enough. And that comes from rod, which comes from iron. Okay, that's not too bad. It's a lot of different machines, but it's only like 1 of each. So that's not too horrifying. Now, next one is the EM control rod. This takes in... what are those? Stators and AI limiter. Why do you need an AI limiter for an electromagnetic control rod? If it had a computer that might be going to go nuts, it would sort of make sense, but it doesn't. This is made in an assembler because it's 2 inputs. So a stator is steel and copper. Right, so we need 4. We can make 4 of these per minute. How many do we need for this? We need half of these numbers. So we need 1 per minute, and this can make 4 per minute. So this is convenient actually, because this means it's going to be able to make some spare ones to go off to the nuclear fuel production. So that's convenient. But anyway, I think again we're going to just need single machines making all the stuff that goes into this. So that's going to be. Let's assume that's the case, and then panic and cry later if it turns out not to be. That's my usual way of playing these sort of games. So that's pipes and copper wire. And those are both in constructors, and that's going to be an assembler. The AI limiter is copper cable and copper sheet and gold wire. Both which are con, as. Okay, that's not too bad. And yeah, I'm sure those numbers are going to be absolutely fine again. And then finally, it's the batteries. And the batteries, as I was saying, these are going to be the annoying one. Basically, well, both of those are kind of annoying, but mostly that one, just because it's not available. I'm gonna have to run a pipe for it. So I'm going to need a crazy amount of copper sheeting for that. And then I'm going to need to work out how to make sulfuric acid and aluminium casings. Alcase, which comes from alumina, which comes from who knows how, and then sulfuric acid, which is made in a refinery and requires sulfur. And water. Right, okay, I've scrawled all over the piece of paper and I've got some ideas about what I need. So now I can go back to the to-do list and I can go over to the production section and I can get this all set up. So I'm going to need one manufacturer for the magnetic field generator. Then I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 assemblers for the all kinds of bits and pieces, and then 1, 2, 3. I missed one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to say 10 constructors because I'm fairly sure I've miscounted, and my diagram has got less and less helpful as I got further and further through it. I also think I need I also don't know what I needed for the battery. Let me check that one again as well. What do you make a battery in? What sort of machine? It's got to be down here somewhere. Surely it's... Well, there we go, battery. And that's made in a blender. Okay, right, well that's different then, isn't it? So I need a blender. I also need a refinery, let's not forget that. Also, what I also forgot is what I'm going to need to make the uranium fuel rods and encased uranium cells. That's another blender, so 2 blenders, and another manufactory. So I go in here, I need 2 blenders and another manufacturer. Alright, that seems like a suitable approximation. Unfortunately, my entire to-do list has disappeared. Everything I need now has disappeared off the bottom of here because it's just got too big. So I need more modular frames. I can't even see. Okay, I can see the rest of it now. Let's have a look. So, heavy modular frames, that's these bunnies. Are you turned on so I can nick stuff out of you? No, you're not. So, I guess I can nick them off the belt, actually, that would work. I don't need that many more of them. Right, there we go. I will need a lot of cable. I'm also going to need stuff to build... there's cable. Where are you coming from? You're coming from here. I'll also need stuff to build pylons and power connections and stuff like that, but we'll worry about that in a bit. Need even more motors. Crikey. Let's take another stack of them then. Actually, I'll put those 36 back, I think. Because I don't think I needed a full stack more. No, that seems to still be okay. Reinforced aluminium plate. Aluminium case. What do I need aluminium casings for? That's an odd one. Okay, well, I can get those. You come through here, and then, yes, this box over here contains my reinforced plates. I should probably take some more of those, because I'll probably use some of them for belts. I don't need crystal oscillators. I don't need supercomputers, I don't think. But I do need radio control units and aluminium casings, which are not being made over here, so I'm going to have to go and get those. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit more... hey, regular, welcome. You join me as I'm investigating a shopping list and trying to fill my inventory up with useful stuff rather than just complete and utter junk, as it usually is. Right. I'm going to start making batteries, but I don't need to have any of them. Let's get rid of those. Similarly, with high-speed connectors and circuit boards, I don't need those for what I'm doing. I don't need the supercomputer. I don't need the crystal oscillators. Let's just turn all of these into points over there, because we all know what points mean. What are you? You're AI limited. Yeah, again, we don't need those. Those aren't a component of the sort of things I'm going to be making. Rods probably are. Alclad, I don't know. Most of this, I think, is probably okay. Yeah, most of the rest of it I'll keep, I think. It all seems... Oh, let's get rid of that. No point in having one piece of polymer resin. Okay. My biggest concern now, I think I should get... Oh, I need to get an enormous quantity of aluminium sheeting. No, copper sheeting to make pipes out of. But what makes tier 2 pipe? No, I don't need that. I don't need that much alumina. I won't make tier 2 pipes. But I do want a pump. In fact, I might want a couple of pumps. Because there's bound to be some uphill somewhere. Oh, and I need to bring a load of water up as well. So let's find a an offshore pump. What are they called? Water extractor. My to-do list is my shopping list is just getting longer and longer. But however, none of that stuff has given me any extra stuff to pick up, which is quite nice. So now I want to come over here, and I believe you. No, your cable. You are copper sheeting. So I need a lot of this. And you know what? No, actually, I was going to say let's get two more stacks of concrete just for completeness, but actually let's not, because I probably find I overdo it, and no, probably find that I still need some space for the aluminium casings and the radio control units. So let's go into here, and then realise halfway over that I've got the wrong jetpack on. There we go. Because I don't want you. I want to go over there. That was quite a smooth change. I'm pleased with myself. That's about the only time I've blasted off, realised I need the other jetpack or similar, and then switched over neatly and smoothly and done it correctly. Right, now this is a problem. Everything down here is extremely lacking, which is a worry. This is aluminium. This is the Alclad aluminium sheeting. I don't want that. Thank you, regular. Yes, I normally screw that one up, but this time I managed to actually do it really quite smoothly, and I am honestly impressed with myself. Right, we'll have a stack of that, thank you very much. And then radio control units. Right, those are being made here, and conveniently they're going into a box. Don't you honk at me like that, you'll make me panic. I'll take a stack of them. Right, that's everything on the to-do list. That's pretty good. However, I noticed that I'm out of something over here, and it's none of these inputs. Oh, maybe I'm not out of something, actually. No, I think everything's okay over here. It was just there was a belt that was being funny. No, a belt that was carrying stuff through and just didn't have anything on it. Yeah, all my inputs are fine. Okay, good. Thank goodness for that. The system is, in fact, working. Right. Next question. How do I get over there when my gun points in this direction? I guess I jump into it and see what happens. And then just try and go this way. I mean, that actually kind of worked. Until I ran out of fuel. That actually worked really quite well. Yeah, making a new gun would be a possibility, I guess. It's time to change my trousers again. There we go. And then head over there. Oh, hey, Mark. Welcome. Right. I've now... Oop, that's quite good. Please don't jerk around, mouse, like that. Thank you. That's quite good timing. I've just filled up my inventory with all kinds of useful stuff in order to come over here and start building, well, hopefully building the, what are they called? Magnetic field, electromagnetic field generators? Something like that. And also, maybe to start building the, the nuclear power cells, basically. Nuclear fuel cells, whatever we want to call them. So let's... Oh, I only actually built one of these stations. That's a shame. I thought I built two. 2. 3. Yeah, these are bigger than I expect them to be. Like I said earlier, everything involving trains ends up being significantly larger than I expect, and I don't leave enough space for it. So, even though I said that, I think it's still going to be the case. You'd think I'd know after all the Factorio I've played, where no matter how much space you leave, it's never enough. But no. I still underestimate the sheer size of the stations in this game. Oh, I thought there was a piece of foundation missing. Still, I can build up plenty of it like this. I'm probably going to be short of and run out of concrete in a minute. I've still got 1,400 left, actually. All right, we'll do a little bit further. We'll go over until we can sort of join onto this area here and make it look like we're not breaking too many laws of physics. Maybe one more. I said maybe one more piece in the corner there. There we go. Now we're joined onto the ground, so it's now nice and sturdy. Look, I can jump and it doesn't bend underneath me. How many of these was I planning to make? I've sort of lost track. Maybe I should make 2 more and then stop, because this is getting silly. And it's going to take me forever to build all the railway lines to go with them. Okay, there's no power over here, so I can't fly. One, 2, 3, 4. That's not actually that many. I am gonna need more than this. Lock the other one. There we go. And then stick a platform in as well. Oop. Question is, have I got them all pointing in the right direction? I think I have. Oop, lurch. Yes, they've all got the rounded side on the same side. Good. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, I can. Yes, I can stick a. Well, if I go out, certainly if I go out the upper ones, yes, it'll look a little bit silly, perhaps, but I can squeeze a belt out of there. That's fine. The game allows a certain amount of clipping, funny weirdness. Oh, you shouldn't be there. You should be one of these. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm not too worried about. These trees, on the other hand, I'll have to chop down at some point, but not just yet. Have I got power yet? No. How about now? Yes, there we go. No. Yes. Right. So now I can bring the rail from here. Where is it? Is that level with the... In fact, what I could do is bring these out like this to wherever they come out to. That's probably the more sensible way to do it, actually. And then link them up with straights. That's going to be a lot easier than faffing around with the rail system and trying to get the curves to go where I want them to. There we go. So again, over here. You see, this is the sort of thing that I would like to be able to just have as a single blueprint. So I come along and say, I would like a station, please. And just drop in the blueprint that has the station, has all of the tracks to connect up to it, just has everything. But Satisfactory doesn't support blueprints that big. Now, I have been told that there are mods to allow you to make larger blueprints, but at the moment, I'm sort of trying to do for my first run through of Satisfactory. I feel like it makes sense to play vanilla, just because this is how the game is meant to be, TM. And then once I've completed it and I know what I'm doing, at that point, then I can start thinking about playing with mods. But at first, I think the first go, it makes sense to play it without modding the what's names out of the game. But it does mean I'm a little limited in the blueprints I can place, which is a bit of a shame. And if I could place suitably sized blueprints, then perhaps I'd do something with built-in. Oh, that belt's going to be in the way. I'd do something with built-in belt outputs and little bits and slight gaps between things and all that sort of stuff. But it's a bit too difficult, a bit too awkward as it is. So there and there. No. And we'll fill in that gap as well. And actually, the exits over here are a little bit further out, so I'm going to have to do something about that. But if I remove this belt like that, oh, and then have another piece coming out here, like, I guess like that. And then from there, can we go to? We can't go to there, which isn't surprising. It doesn't look like I should be able to. Okay, how about a nice sort of 45 degrees turn like that, and then another one from there to there. Yes, okay, there we go. That's allowed. Excellent. And how about from there to there? Perfect. I'm starting to learn how the I think I'm starting to learn how the railway building system works in this game, and I now have an actual chance of being able to build these things without wanting to slip my wrists partway through. Oh, okay, that goes there. Right. I also now need to put in many signals. Can I copy you from there? No, too far away. Let's copy you. You go here. Oh, that's what I need circuit boards for, apparently. Ah, oh, that's annoying. Okay. I guess we won't be doing that just yet then. I also need to make the get this belt over there as well. So let's get rid of another piece of that. And what if I put a... yeah, it's even more annoying because I thought, oh, I don't need those. And just didn't bother to keep them when I was emptying my inventory earlier. You're right, I am ripping. Oh, absolutely. Oh, I'm ripping through the radiation filters because I've got a load of the uranium in my inventory. There we go. So I'm hanging out a reasonable distance away, but I forgot that it was just going to burn through from my due to what was in my inventory. Yeah, should have realised. That's on me. Well, everything's on me. It's a single player game. Put you there, and you there. Still burning through them a bit faster than I would like to, but apparently I have to build at this sort of arm's length distance. So let's put another one of these under here, like that, and like that. There we go. Oh, is that in the right direction? I'm not 100% certain. We'll find out in a minute. No, it's not. Ah, fail. I realised, as I was putting the last one down, that I hadn't checked with the others to make sure they were the right way around. Let's try that again. You're supposed to be an input, so we'll turn you around. There we go. No, down. There we go. And me down as well, and back a little bit as well. Try and get out of the nasty crackly poppy area. There we go, that's better. Now I can whip some belts out and go from, yes, there to there. Lovely. Oh, and I need to join the ends up as well. For this part, I am going to have to get in a little bit closer. I think. No. Come on, join onto the thing you're on. Oh, you're just going to be difficult about it. Yes, you are. Alright, get rid of that. 3, there, 2. And I know I'm getting cooked. I'll deal with that in a second. Oh, hell. Don't want to die of radiation poisoning. There we go. Right. Oh, that's really, really close. Ah, no. Close that and that. Right. Yikes, that was a lot closer than I wanted to get with the radiation levels there. So apparently I've now run out of radiation filters. I think, yes, it's probably... Amount certainly makes sense, but I think also it's proximity. So the fact that I was cuddling some in my inventory meant it went down really, really quickly. Excuse me a second, that's the doorbell. I think I have an Amazon parcel arriving. Sorry about that. There we go, sorry. Right, where was I? Yeah, so they say, yes, we'll deliver it on Wednesday. And then you get an email on Wednesday saying, it'll turn up sometime between 5:30 and 9:30. And you go, oh, great. Thanks for that. Right. Okay, so we've got the rails all linked up, but I can't signal them at the moment. This is Amazon. They're of their own, completely of their own. What's known when they what they do and when. And right, that train can't go anywhere because I've created a loop of a loop of not signalled rather. So to fix that, let's take out a piece of rail from here, like that. That's going to be easy enough to replace. And there we go. Now the train will go, because now all of this is one single signals block, but it doesn't matter because the train can escape and go off over that way. Right. How am I getting on? Reasonably well, I think. So the next thing is going to be to decide how I want to fit the factory in, because we've got a handful of stations now. It's not going to be enough, I don't think, but it is at least some. So we could have, say, iron. Hang on, which one are you? No, that is the uranium one. So maybe it'd be iron, copper, concrete, steel, sulfur, gold, and so on further out this way. Okay, maybe I should put in at least one more station. Problem is, I'm kind of running out of space now. If I go any further this way, I'll run into the side of the hole I'm in. So I think a better idea would be to run stations off on the other side, opposite all of these ones, and then have another line that goes in that way, goes through the middle of over there, and then goes in. So let's assume I'm going to do that, and based on that, I'll put in some walls over here, and then have the next level, and then put the factory on the one floor up from here. So we'll have how high is a station? This high. So let's have it, yeah, like that, and like that. So there is the corner of my, well, there is a support for my new factory. Build that out that way. And there. Most of this area that I'm building at the moment is probably going to be taken up by just bringing stuff up and turning it into a bus and stuff like that. But at least it's a start on what I'm going to be trying to build. So yeah, we'll have all of the things that I bring in from these areas will be brought up into this area, and then we'll have the factory further out in that direction. I think that's going to work quite nicely. But it does mean I need to build an enormous quantity of foundation along here, just to hold everything, and to make it look reasonably neat. And this is almost certainly going to be use all of my concrete, and I'm going to need to go back and get some more. But never mind. At least if I do that, I can go and get some more circuit boards as well, and be able to build those signals that I wanted. Oh, that's all my concrete, as predicted. Oh, there's radiation over here. Let's go down. Go down. I said down. Can we stop getting irradiated, please? That'd be much appreciated. Maybe while I'm away, I'll also try and make some more. I'll make some more rad shield, whatever, radiation suit filters. Are they the same as the gas mask filters? I'm honestly not sure. Find out. We'll find out. I think they are. I think I saw a gas mask filter pop up, and that was the one that was going down as I was getting irradiated. But this time, yeah, a lot. I'll definitely basically fill my inventory up with concrete this time, and maybe chuck some more junk out of it as well, because I don't need. I was going to say I don't need ammunition at the moment, but if I get rid of it, then I'll realise that actually I could do with it, and it would have been rather nice to have it. Other stuff in there. Most of that I don't know if I need the plastic. I could get rid of some of it. In fact, what I should have done, and it's too late to say this now, but what I should have done is leave a load of the stuff behind and then just grab stuff out of there as and when I needed it. That would have been smart. I didn't think of it though, so apparently I'm not sufficiently smart. Okay, radiation filters and gas filters not the same. That makes sense, really, I suppose. So in here, I assume I make radiation filters. Yeah, there we go. Iodine filters. Yeah, so we'll make a bunch of these. I suppose I should probably make some more gas filters as well, since I don't seem to have a huge number of those. I'm doing fairly well at avoiding gas at the moment, but it's probably not going to last that long. I'll probably start finding it in an unfortunate way fairly soon. So I'm going to make the full 20, then try and make another 20 or so gas filters just to give me just to keep me supplied. Nope, I don't have. Oh, coal. That's why I had some coal in my inventory. Okay, well the good news is coal is where am I? Coal is easy to get hold of. It's just over here in the truck stops. Particularly this one. Boink. And then down here. Right, and make some of those. Could just use up all of the fabric I'm holding up. Oh no, I'm going to run out of rubber first. 10 is probably enough. I don't plan to do anything particularly gaseous on this particular venture. Right, more concrete. Yes, just give me all the concrete. There we go. Oh, and I needed circuit boards as well. Let's not forget those. Are you making circuit boards? I think you might be. But no, you're getting circuit boards though. So that's, good enough. We'll take a stack of them. And then I can just drop back in the pipe down here. Ooh, let's take some more nuts because I just ate most of mine. Trying to heal after being irradiated rather severely. I'm glad I didn't die then. That would have been a rather bad start to the stream if I just died 5 minutes or 10 minutes in, however long we are. Oh, almost an hour in fact. Okay, time flies when you're trying desperately to build stuff. Ooh, slowly over the top and then quickly down the other side. Whee! Alright. Hopefully this time I'll get a little bit further on through my building. Is there something? Oh, it's one of my control joysticks is sticking out at the top of the tube because we've gone into third-person mode and the game is slightly confused about where everything goes. So when I'm going through a tube, my character, well, he at least has a helmet. I can't tell if he actually has a head or not. Yeah, he's got a helmet, so I don't understand why my shadow doesn't have a head. That's just a little bit odd. Right, now straight back up again. Actually, I want to be more over this way. Hopefully I won't run out of power. Shouldn't do. There's enough stuff around here that does power things that I would expect to be able to just fly straight up here until I can grab onto the railway lines. And then straight over here like this. And then back out a little bit. Beep, 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 beep. There we go. And now, block signals. Well, there's one there already. But we would like to have one in here. Like, on the other side, please. That. And that. And that. And that. And that. There we go. And now if I put that'll allow the trains to come in even when I fix the railway that I broke earlier. But now I also need to have them all the way along here for when I finally do start putting trains in these stations. Lovely. We're now very well trained. That means I can now repair, or at least signalled. So now I can, come on, there we go, repair that, and everything will start to work. Lovely. Now, we've got this huge area up here, so I'm going to need a lot more, going to carry on with the concrete, as before. But you know what, if I zoop it out that way, it'll be a little bit easier. And I won't have to go quite as far out that way and irradiate myself. At least that's the plan. I might have started this slightly too soon, though. Who knows? Thank you, regular. I'm glad someone's on hand with the two drums and a cymbal. Oh, not there. This is probably a bit overkill, especially as I'm not actually going to build on most of this. But I am going to want something to come up through a lot of the spaces over here. And then over here, ooh, there's another power slug over there. Then over here, whoa, I've run out of power apparently. We'll now run more foundation out this way. And this is the area that I'm actually going to build on. This is going to be where the factory actually goes. Although I'll link up. I'll start making my links up from the stations and building the bus before I actually start deciding exactly where everything's going to go for the factory. But essentially, this is going to be where I build the build the uranium fuel cells and the electromagnetic doodly bugs things that I'm going to need to satiate the space elevator. I'm not sure why my jetpack is telling, or my hover pack is telling me that I'm having power issues, given that I believe underneath where I am, pretty much everything everywhere is the same. It's just solid massive stations. But sure, you tell me off. I don't care. And if I do put in that second bank of stations I was talking about, anything that does come up from there can travel along on the underside of this surface a little bit. That'll be absolutely fine. And we'll also do all of the any kind of uranium-based construction can be done over there on the whatever side. That's the eastern side, I think. Yes, eastern side of the factory, so that I don't accidentally irradiate myself too much. Right, look at my glorious, massive, glorious area of concrete. Isn't it lovely? Next thing is to try and get down the massive, glorious area of concrete and start bringing resources up through it. So we'll come down here. And then over here, I'm probably going to want... Actually, I'm going to want to bring this up to ceiling level and then run it all the way across over there, aren't I? So that'll be an elevator-matron. And I probably want to use... What's 5 made out of? Aluminium. I don't have a huge amount of that. Don't have a huge amount of that either. Let's make Mark IV lifts for now, and then we'll work out what we actually need later. I can upgrade them if necessary later. Upgrading is nice and easy after all. Yes, look on my massive concrete expanses and despair. I am going to get slightly irradiated doing this bit, but that's okay. I went off and got some filters, so hopefully it'll be alright. Oh, they're all here. Lovely. Can we go off the thing I actually... Whoa, it's a lot of radiation. Yeah, you're right. If I go anywhere near that station, then my Geiger counter goes absolutely berserk. I'm not going to go straight up from the station to the top floor because it looks... for a couple of reasons. Ooh, is that the right place? No. For a couple of reasons. One... Because, well, I'm not going to punch the elevator straight through because that would look horrible. I could have left holes in the concrete flooring, but mostly because I've got this huge area of concrete up there, and I want to build off it really. So I think it would be nicer to have it all to start to bring all the resources up through at about this sort of point along it, somewhere right over here, and then just have a bit more space available for my factory up top side. I also want to bring out the uranium, crazy an idea as that sounds, and is. So I'll bring that out from here. Bring that up, but that'll have to go over and out. We'll try it again with a more expensive type of elevator. Actually, I'm not going to need large quantities of this, am I? Let's use a tier 3. Can we just snap onto there, please? Thank you. You can go up to there, but point that way. Right. There we go. Lovely. So now I can fly. I can come along here and put in ceiling ports for all of these conveyor belts, and then it'll look nice and pretty, and it'll all just and not like I've just cobbled it together out of spare parts. So if I come up to about here, I want to get this in line as nicely as reasonably possible. I want to put in a conveyor hole, like that one. And I want to put you... Let's get all these... I want to line them all up. So we'll come on to the final piece, and I'll put it on the line in the middle of it, like that. Yeah, exactly like that. And I think that's lined up with that one. It's close enough anyway. I'm more worried about them being nicely in a line along here rather than necessary. It's nice if they line up perfectly with the thing over there, but not with the elevator over there. But it's not vital as long as they're sort of within grabbing range of it. So that one should probably get... No, not there. Misclick. Here. Not you. There we go. Can just seal the hole up. It's like being a cartoon character. About here. Thunk. And then along here, we need 2 of them along here because we've got 2 elevators coming up. Just want one pretty much right at the end, and then one a few squares along from there like that. Now I can come along here. Can I still do Mark IV lifts? No, I've run out of... Oh no. I can. Nice. I only do 2 more of them though by the looks of it. And then I'll have to switch over to Mark IIIs or 5s. No. Yeah, there we go. These are all ups, yes, they do all appear to be uplifts, good. I've just had this horrible feeling I'd come along and I'd put them all in the wrong way round, but no, I've put them all in the right way round, so that's okay. And that's the lot. Right, so now I switch over to belts. And, you know, I'm just going to use tier 2 belts for now. And then when I get some more steel, I'll upgrade them to tier 3. Oh, and I've used a load of the encased industrial beams that were earmarked for something else. So I am going to have to go back before I can build the entire factory. But to be honest, that's not too bad. I'm doing reasonably well at all the things I'm bringing over. Now, I'm not going to put in the belt for the uranium just yet because I want to keep the poisoned area as small as possible. In fact, you know what I should probably do? Let's take out the that uranium belt for now. And ditch this out of my inventory. Because now it's up on top of here, it's going to be slightly pleasanter than it would otherwise have been. Right. So how am I getting on? Right, the next thing to do is going to be to put in the splitters that will form the sort of the start of the bus, and then I can see I've got no head on my shadow, which is very strange. And then from there I can then start to bring all the various different resources up, and then I can think about how I'm going to build everything. So splitters, you're a merger. Splitters, you're going to bring in from that side, and then on top you're going to bring in that way, and that way, and that way, and that way. I don't know how many of these I need. Probably more than that, but I don't care. That'll do for now. So I've got them lined up, centered neatly on this line that runs along here. So this is important to making a thing that actually looks vaguely neat. So this one, yeah, we want to line up with that. We also want to rotate it that way. So this one is going to get the bottom level is going to be whatever comes up from that station. So it's going to come along from there nicely. Then the second level is going to be whatever comes in on this station. And then the levels above are going to come from over there, so we need them pointing that way. So see how the pattern works? The bottom belt runs along here, will come up through there and then run along here. Then the next one comes up to here and then runs along here to wherever it's required, and so on and so on. And this is sort of the design I've come up with after much messing around and many other designs that have worked. Some have worked better than others, but doing it like this feels like the best way of doing it that I've come up with so far. And over here we want to have three from this direction, I think. 1, 2, 3. It is 3, isn't it? Yeah, 3 from that direction. 1 from that direction, and 2 from that direction. Over here it'll then be... Actually, let's have both of these together. Oh, is this going to work? I'm not sure. Guess we'll find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then hang on, which one's uranium? That one, that's the one that's uranium. Yeah, because I can't put these in here. It's too close. So let's get rid of all of these. The uranium can be its own special case and can sneak up in a different place, I think. I don't like the uranium, because the uranium is horrible. And it's only going to be used for one thing. But over here, we'll then have splitters like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And there we go. That's how... That should have been 4, not 5. But it's okay. It's easy enough to pull one out of the middle like that. Shove it back in again like that. There. So that's going to be the backbone of my main bus that's going to run along through this area. And that's going to be my mouse just randomly twitching. I don't know why it does that. There's probably some sort of weird problem with it. I don't know. Right. Anyway, yes. So now we need an elevator that pops up here. I really hope I've left room for this here. So we have an elevator that comes up like that and goes into there. Here we have one that comes up and goes into there. That seems to have just joined. Oh, they are actually just joining on. That's really quite nice. I'm sort of kind of glad they're doing that, and also kind of worried because I was expecting to have to link them in manually. And the fact they're doing it all by themselves means the game is being smarter than I expect it to, which means there's a risk of it getting something wrong somewhere along the lines. And then from that, once you've done that, then it's just a case of running these belts along here like this. No, not like that. Fail. Try again. From here to there, and then, as I say, this is the main bus that I've got now. We're going to have 5 different things flowing along here in large quantities, and they can then be distributed off. And I've run out of reinforced iron. I've run out of everything. All right, we'll use tier 3 belts. I don't know. I mean, my plan was to have the whole thing as about tier 4 at some point. I've made a mistake here. Yeah, that top one's in the wrong place. My plan is to have everything along here at least a tier 4 at some point. But at the moment, I just don't have the resources for it. And it's so easy to upgrade belts that I think that I'm quite happy to just do it like this and then upgrade them as necessary. And different parts of this will run in different directions, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. As long you can just shove in a splitter anywhere along the bus you like, and then be able to pull out whatever the resource is that comes into that station. So I think this should be quite a nice, simple, and reasonably elegant design. It's one I've tried to build before a few times. This one's a bit bigger, and I've built it a bit more from scratch with the intention of doing it like this. So I'm hoping that this will work a bit better than some of my other ones have. Right. The next thing is I'm going to need all of this to be... I'm going to need to program all of these stations and put trains in them. And that will allow me to get resources onto the bus up the top. And if I've got the resources on there, then I can tell which one's which, and I won't make mistakes. Because if I just try and hook stuff up without getting the resources on there, without making sure I know what's on which one, you know me, I'm going to get half of it wrong, and then we're going to end up with iron in the copper supply, and things just won't work. So, let's go back to the to-do list. What are the inputs we require along here? So we need iron. So let's start over here with iron. I would like you to be, we'll call you iron for nuclear. And then we need to put in, and then I'll need to put in a train here as well, won't I? How do I close like that? Right, so let's put in a train. Train. Locomotive. You are pointing the wrong way, sir. Turn around. There we go. Boink. And freight car. And loco. And freight car. And loco, freight car, and loco, and freight car. And have I got to uranium yet? No, uranium is the next one. So here we'll still want loco and freight car. So over here, I need to send this to an iron... Right, so I need to program you. I need to send you to... hopefully there'll be an iron pickup somewhere. Iron pickup 2? No, iron pickup 2, I suppose. We'll send it there. And then we'll send it to iron for nuclear. So iron pickup 2. And when you get there, I want you to do one load. That's good. And then when you get to iron for nuclear, I want you to... for the freight wagon to be completely unloaded. Like that. Save changes. Turn on self-driving. Get out. Get out of the train. Right, so that's going off to get me some iron. Next. Copper. I mean, I feel like iron and then copper is a logical way to do things. They're the two basic things. Copper for nuclear. Yes. And that's, yeah, that's this train down here. So I want to... I don't know why getting in a train requires a zip to be done up, but let's not ask. Let's not ask questions like that. Copper drop. Central copper pickup, that one. So I want you to go there. Why will you... Why can I not add that? Why can I not add anything? Why are you a problematic train? I don't understand. Let's try again. Right. Edit timetable. Central copper. Central copper pickup. Yes, go there. Oh, okay. It's put them in this time. I don't know why it was. I don't know why it was being funny. Maybe I was just. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be working. So central copper pickup. One load. Okay, that's fine. Copper for nuclear. I want you to then stay here until it's fully unloaded. And okay. Save changes. Self-driving. Go. Excellent. We also need steel. So this one can be steel for nuclear. Nice and easy. And then over here, I think I have a central steel pickup place. That's a steel drop. Steel pickup, I'll have to do. And then steel for nuclear down here. And steel for nuclear, I want you to do a freight wagon that's fully unloaded and wait 15 seconds. Now, I don't think we're actually getting steel at the moment because we don't have any coal being shipped out, which is a bit unfortunate. We'll have to deal with that in momentarily. Right, over here, you are going to be... we definitely need concrete. I can't remember where. Steel, iron... Pipe, copper, gold. Gold for nuclear. And then let's get in the train and hope that hides me from the... Yes, that seems to hide me from the what's name, the radiation, so that's rather nice. Gold pickup is a fairly recent one, so we'll add this near the bottom. I'll add that in down there. And then gold for nuclear down here. So we want to go in here. When it's fully unloaded. Like that, and this making this change means that once the drop-off stations are full, the train will just sit there instead of shuttling endlessly back and forth. So that should make things better. Did I click save there? I'm not certain I did. Yes, I did. Good. Right, and then the next one is the uranium, and then the final one is the... No, next one is not uranium. There's still one more to do. Okay, station 29, you need to be configured as well. You're probably going to be concrete, I think. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need concrete. For nuclear. And I'll get in the locomotive. And I don't think there's anywhere to pick concrete up yet. But let's check. Oh, concrete for nuclear. That's a drop-off. Oh, we're going to need aluminium as well. Alright, let's just go and get... Let's go... No, this can be aluminium instead then. Aluminium drop. Aluminium pickup. There we go. And then it says concrete for nuclear, but it's not going to be. It's going to be aluminium for nuclear. So I'll rename it in a moment. I'll feel very, very silly if I forget to, because that'll confuse me endlessly. Self-driving. No, get out of the train. There we go. So before I go away, let's get to where the radiation isn't quite so bad. And then over here, you're not going to be concrete for nuclear. You're going to be aluminium for nuclear. Like that. There we go. Right. So, I don't know if any of the trains have finished their missions yet. No, it doesn't look like it. Because there's still nothing on the belts over here. But we will soon start to have resources appearing on these belts. And they should be in the order I set them up in. So it should go iron, copper, steel, gold, aluminium. And so so that means now it's time to start the next stage of building, I guess. Or possibly just fall out of the sky. I feel slightly concerned because all the trains have gone but none of them come back. Now I'm pretty sure that's just because it's a long way. Those stations are not in a straight... Oh my, I must be building slightly off the correct grid, which is a shame. Oh well, not a lot I can do about that. It's probably just because the entire factory is slightly off the correct grid. But yeah, there's lots of trains bimbling around over here, so that should work. Excuse me. It should work quite nicely. So the next thing I need is going to be to start just building up bits of factory. I think a good first thing to do here... Ooh, have I got, for power, have I got to feed it through the floor thing yet? No, I haven't unlocked that. Okay. Thank you, Regular. Much appreciated. Explode. So, what I'm going to do for that is put in another piece of foundation there. No. There. No, just one piece. And then one piece up here, like that. Then I can sink down a little bit. And I can run a power cable from there to there. And from there to about here. And then I guess from there to, well, we'll put in some less crappy ones. But I'll run one of them to over here. It's going to give me somewhere where I can start powering up all of my everything's from. Oh, it's not built, it's not done the power cable. What? Why are you not a proper one? Let's try that again. Oh, I can make Mark 3s, nice. Well, I could if I had some of the more expensive things. There we go. A Mark 2 power pole will do nicely. Okay, so let's start over here on the right hand side because it seems like a sensible place to start. So we need iron to make rods to make screws, and also to make iron plates, and also to make reinforced iron. I've drawn some arrows in the wrong places here. Never mind. I need to make iron rods to make screws. I also need to make plates to make reinforced irons, and then we'll see from there. So let's see. That means no, not from there. 6. What are you? You're a constructor. Lovely. So this point is sort of the very first of where I see how my factory is going to look, and I think I've run out of reinforced iron plates. Oh, for goodness sake! That's what I'm trying to build here as well. Right. Okay. I used all my reinforced iron plates, making some of the tier 2 belts around here somewhere. Like that lift there, for example. I didn't think I'd use that many, but apparently, what are you? You're a Mark 2 belt. Okay, let's upgrade you to a Mark 3. And you to Mark 3. Because I seem to have a fair amount of steel. And also might be, I don't know, I was going to say I can get some of that from fairly nearby. I'm not sure that's actually true. There we go. So now I've got at least got a bit of iron, reinforced iron. So let's try that again. So I can take one of these, constructor, and I'll put it there, nicely linked up on the grid square. And that there's going to be room on the back of that to put a lift. Not that it's going to need one. So that should work nicely. So that's going to be the one that makes the rods. This one's going to be the one that makes the plates. This is going to make the screws. And then between them, they're going to make, we're going to be able to make, whatchamacallit, reinforced iron plates. So we put that there. I'm a little concerned that none of my trains have come back yet, but we'll worry about that a little bit more when it's, if it becomes a bit more of a crisis level. So I want to put one of these in here, and I want to line them up with the inputs on these machines. So put one there, and then one. Oh, I've run out of iron plates. Oh, for goodness sake. Why do I never seem to have enough of anything? Well, you know, the good thing is, once my trains come back, I can start... Once my iron train turns up, I can make some iron plates out here, and then everything will be okay. But until that arrives, I'm kind of stuffed. Where is it? Where's my iron plates train? Oh, there's a train jam down here. Okay. Well, one of the other things I wanted to build while I was over here was another one of my jet propulsion launcher doohickeys. So let's see if we've got the parts for that. That'd be a transport, that'd be a hypertube entrance. I would like it to point... Nope, I've run out of... I've built too many of whatever of tier of belt it is. Tier 3 belt? 4? No, tier 4 belts. So I can't do that either. This game just running out of everything. Welcome to Laurence apparently can't plan. No, that's a little unfair. Laurence overbuilt on the belts and forgot to include... Laurence forgot to include the include belts in the cost of everything he was going to try and put together. And the amount of resource you can spend on belts can get a little bit crazy. So if we head back over, let's see how much I've still got. Oh, sorry. I'll try and mute before I do that in the future. Yeah, I've still got quite a lot of concrete, so maybe I'll get a little bit more of that. But I definitely need quite a lot more of the reinforced iron plates, and probably I don't need so much the steel, but I definitely need a lot more of the encased industrial beams. So yeah, we'll stock up on both of those while we're back over there. How many different languages can you say bless you in? Or different ways can you say bless you? Because I suppose, yeah, they do have slightly different meanings. Right, let's get some useful stuff. So, encased industrial beams are also being made over here. I think, is it this machine? Yes, it is. So if we look in here, boom, 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 have a load of that. In fact, let's have a lot more of that. And then I can do some upgrading of all the existing belts I put in up to tier 4s, which is what I actually want them to be, because that's an appropriate level of sort of expensive, but also not too bad. Also take a load of those, because apparently I'm ripping through them. And I would like to take some steel beams, but there aren't any. I think steel beams are stored down here somewhere. Yes, this looks promising. I'd also like to take some steel beams, because I think quite a lot of stuff is made out of these. Oh, I've already got... I'm full. I mean, I can top up a little bit by... Come on. There we go, like that. Yeah, I should do. I imagine that's probably a disturbingly long wiki page. Right, where are my trains broken? That looks like... I don't know what that area is. Oh, that's steel. They've all got jammed in around the steel area. Alright, let's go and have a look at that then. I've got the wrong trousers on. So all the trains have got stuck over here somewhere. For reasons of train-related fail, no doubt. Actually, no, more likely reasons of signal-related fail. So, why are they all just sitting in the stations? I mean, have I got more trains than I have room on the tracks? It's not impossible. Oh, I think Yeah, I didn't set up enough different routes for trains to take around here, or enough. I didn't signal this area up well enough because it was originally a whatchamacallit. It was originally a one-way train system, and one-way train systems need to be signalled very, very carefully. Train! Same to you, sunshine. Right, this looks potentially okay now. Although there's an empty train bimbling around over there. I was hoping this was going to come. That train was going to come this way, and I could hitch a ride on it. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I finished off this bit. I think, or at least I thought I did. Boom. That didn't go quite as I intended because there's a balloon animal has been kidnapped. Oh, and it's disappeared. I wonder where it went. I probably don't want to know. Oh, there it goes. Well, I guess it's not going to get hit by a train again. It's got that going for it, at least. Can we have a little bit more airtime? There we go. Right, back over here again. Oh, yes, I was going to do... I didn't pick up the iron plates I was going to need for more of these things. Indeed, balloon animal to the face. Right, and the business end of it, shall we say. The inflated end. So if we got... Okay, the iron train has pulled in. The copper train has pulled in. Excellent. Things are looking suitable. Except that I probably don't have any iron to build more of these things. No, I forgot to pick up more iron plates because I'm a dumbass. Right, I'm going to put down a box over... This is something I should have done before. I'm going to put down a box of shame over here. And then I can fill that up and go back and get more stuff. No, I'm not. I can't afford to build one. Oh, no. What about a big box? Nope, that's even more expensive, unsurprisingly. What can I demolish? Well, there's a spare thing over here, so I can grab that. That's going to give me a smidge more iron plate. Come over here. I can pull that one up as well. Have I got enough to build a box now? Wait, what? I thought these took iron plate to build. I just pulled up 2 of them. Where did the iron plate go? Oh, it's gone in these boxes because my inventory's full. Ah, so infuriating. What's the least valuable thing in my inventory? Because I need to just ditch it on the ground, apparently. I've still got 2 of the... No, I haven't. 9 computers left. That feels like a not particularly useful number, but they're quite expensive things. 14 pieces of aluminium casing. I think I need... I feel like I'm going to need those. I've got a lot of... Alright, let's get rid of 68 copper. There we go. Also, let's switch back over to this pack. Yes, please. And then over here, there's going to be exactly the same problem. Yes, there's the other crate of useful stuff. Just floating merrily in the air. Have that. I suppose, you know, in hindsight, I could have used one of those crates to store stuff in. I didn't think of that. But now, let's make a proper one. And I've still not got enough. Let's make a proper one. Put it down here. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. No, I can sort this one. I can sort this out properly. What's the iron? Where's the iron? Why are you just sitting there? Why haven't you brought me... Oh, I've not set the stations to be unloading stations. Probably. I have not set these things to be unloading. Where is it? You have to set them somewhere, and I bet I haven't. Can you not do it when there's a train in the station? You can't do it when there's a train in the station. Interesting. Hello, train. Unload. Yeah, exactly. Right, so this is the uranium, so we'll try and steer clear of that one. Oh, you're clearing off anyway, which is bizarre, but okay. You weren't supposed to clear off if you well, like at all. Honk. You going? Yes, you are. Excellent. Unload. You've got a train. You appear to have unloaded. I don't know if you've unloaded or if it's just you've just not been able to find any copper. Ooh, apparently that's going. I don't. Yeah. Oh, right. You've unloaded. Excellent. The system is kind of, sort of, maybe, kind of ish starting to work. Actually, it's just this one that's the problem. So I need you to clear off. There we go. And now I can set that to unload as well. Right, it's going to be a bit of a wait until the trains come back, but that's okay. We can be a little bit patient. Oop, bump. So come up here. Right. So what I'm waiting for at this point is for the iron train to come back in. It'll unload a load of iron here, and I can put in this one. This one's making screws. This one's making iron plates. So if I line up here, like that, and then put a belt from there to there, and tell you to make iron plates, then we'll have a load of iron plates in here, and I can start using them to make all the iron plates that I'm going to need for absolutely blooming everything else. So yeah, just because I couldn't get them from where I was expecting to, doesn't mean the no, just because I didn't bring any out with me, doesn't mean I can't get hold of them from at least from somewhere. I do also want to build that from a belt from there to there, but I don't want to do it just yet. I want to wait for some iron plates to have been made first, so I can steal them all. There's the is that steel? I think that's steel. Don't know where iron is. It'll arrive sooner or later. I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so that'll be oh yeah, and then over here we can program these guys to start making iron rods and screws, and then reinforced iron plates, which is rods, which is screws, and the iron plates that are going to come from there. I also need to power all of this, of course, so let's hook that up to here. And that is not the first component of making a magnetic generator, but it's the first component of making the first component of a magnetic generator. Oh dear. We then need to make the concrete beams. So those are steel needs to be turned into beams. So that's more of these. Oh, I forgot to mute again. Sorry, but I did turn away that time, so I feel less guilty. I don't know why I'm so sneezy. I can only apologise. So we want one of them and one of them. Like that. I think that's okay. Yep, I think that's okay. And we'll get the concrete coming in over here. That's fine. So I should probably leave a little bit of a gap for the concrete to get through along here. So that's the iron, rod screws up to there. Iron, oh yeah. Oh wait, no, that's not right. Maybe it is. No, it's not right, because I need to make these into thingy cubes. So this also needs. We also need to have those iron plates over here need to then be made into the cubes. So I need another one of these machines over here. This time I'm going to leave a bit of a gap because I'm going to need to wend a belt into it. So I'll put you there. And then you are going to make the cube things, modular frames. And that requires, we've got the reinforced frames, we need iron rods now. So that's actually okay. We can just get rid of that one. And then this one over here can make iron rods. No. This one here can make iron rods. And then this to allow this one to make the cubes. I think I'm going to bring another power pole up for this area. We're only at 4 of 7, but I feel like another one over here is probably about time, rather than having ridiculously long power runs. But over here we can do it. So that's 5, 6, and then we'll put in another pylon over here, just because it seems like a good idea. Right. Okay. So that's now that's the one that's going to make the plates for me. So I'm going to leave that one running for the moment, and then I'm going to bring a belt from here out to, I guess, to here, and then from here into there like that, there into there. So yeah, we're just missing that one that goes from there into there for now. I still don't have any iron coming through. I've got gold and I've got copper, which is, you know, it's a start, but the iron is being problematic, so I guess we'll carry on waiting for that. Because I can't link all of these into the system, into the bus over here. Partly because they all need iron, but also because I don't have the iron plates in order to make the splitters long here. Oh, we've got is that aluminium? Yes, aluminium. So we just miss. I think we're just short of steel and iron now. So the steel is going to be a bit of a problem because we don't have any coal to make it, as we've discussed. I might have to go off and make another coal mine, I think. Is that Polish regular by any chance? It sort of looks like it, but I'm not an expert on Eastern European languages. Yeah, and I'm going to need concrete to come from somewhere as well, and that might be a build another station type job at this point. So we'll get there. We'll get there sooner or later. Okay, so that's my cubes. So that's that and 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 that all done. Now we need to turn the cubes, and need to be turned with construction with beams, which are made from steel. So we need another assembly machine here, like another constructor specifically here, like that. And then we need to bring a belt of concrete over to feed it into an assembler, one of these bunnies. In fact, if I put this one, let's lock the hologram there. If I put you there, then I can drop the concrete in from above and drop it in down here. So that's quite a good place for that. Run that into there, and then the concrete can come down in an elevator from there. Hello, hello, arm. Why does your arm kind of hurt, or is that not the sort of question I should be asking? All right, make steel beams over there, and take them in here to turn them into concrete beams. And then those go over to another assembler to be made into versatile frameworks. Now, I don't see... I think in order to save a little bit of space, I'm going to put this assembler parallel with this one, and then run the... and then run the output of that one over to here with a couple of elevators and things. So I think that's going to be a little bit neater. So we'll put you there. Save a little bit of space, you know, because we're short of space in this infinite world. Oh well, at least you get another chance, because I don't think I'm going to stop sneezing, unfortunately, and I don't really know why not. So let's bring you up there like that. That's probably fine. And then you up there like that. That's also fine. And then I can do a belt from there. Danish, okay. Like that. I do quite like being able to go 3D with this in this game. I mean, yes, in theory, maybe there's a way I could probably squeeze the belt through in 2D and just brought it round here. But having already put this one in, it's quite nice to just go over the top. And you are making, I've forgotten, versatile frameworks. That one. Right, so that's the first of the 3 things that go into a magnetic generator. Have all of its machines down, ready to... and they will... If I had all of the inputs, then it would work. The only one of... iron's arrived. Look at that. And the only one of those inputs that's difficult is concrete. I could do with quite a lot more concrete being delivered, but, you know, one thing... I could do with some concrete being delivered, but, you know, one thing at a time, I guess. I will need to go and get a station for that. Oh, and steel as well, actually. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. I think Satisfactory would probably be a lot better in multiplayer. I probably should have dragged some people in to play with me. But since it's my first go at the game, I decided it'd be nice to play it on my own, and that way I get a chance to experience everything rather than having somebody who knows what they're doing going, oh, if I just do this, and I go, hang on a minute, you just finished the game and I didn't see any of that. So yeah, I think it's better this way. Okay, so yes, as I say, that is going to be my versatile frameworks. The next thing is to make the EM rods, the electromagnetic rod core Dubry thingies. And these ones are special because these are the ones that I actually need for the nuclear power as well. And those are made from lots and lots of copper by the looks of it. So we need to make stators, which is made from copper. No, which is made from pipes, that's steel, and copper wires. So both of those require additional constructors. So let's carry on with just an infinite row of constructors along the back here, which is a nice simple way of building. So that's going to be steel pipes and copper wire. And then they feed into an assembler. But then we also have copper sheet and gold wire being fed into another assembler. So we need 2 more of these. So I'll just keep flying along here, putting these things down in an infinite row like that until I get gently irradiated by the machinery. And then these are going to want to go sort of halfway in between the machines along here. So I think probably a little bit further out like that, so that the belts have room to belt. Maybe a little bit further still, because I know what this game's like when you try to put belts down. And let's get it in the middle like that, just because it looks satisfying that way. And we want everything to be satisfactory, don't we? And then for you, again, we'll put you in the same equivalent place for these 2 machines. There we go, that's nice and lined up. And then we just bring the belts over. Doop, 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 doop. And so this is going to be gold wire and copper sheet, I think. Yes, copper sheet, and then copper wire and gold sheet. No, not gold sheet. Steel sheet. Steel pipe. Steel pipe. There we go. Yes, nice. Now I can come over here, and now we've finally started making iron plates over here. I can grab a few of those, and now I can start putting in some of these. Why is that not feeding out over here? What's going on? Is this just a graphical glitch? So there is an iron supply going into this splitter, but there is not an iron supply coming out of this splitter. I strongly suspect it's just not drawn the belt properly, or not drawn what's on the belt properly. If I do that, yeah, there we go. It's running again now. And if I got it running for something else, it would probably have fixed itself. So it's probably only a cosmetic problem, but it's annoying when that happens. Right. How many connections have you got? Show me. Oh, 3 out of 7. Okay. 4 out of 7. 5. I'm going to put the 6th one down as an additional pylon. There we go, like that. 6. 7. No, that's not how numbers work. 3. Start counting again when you put down a new pylon, Laurence. That's how numbers work, and how counting works. There we go. Yes, you guys need new programming, don't you? So you were doing the AI limiters. That one, and then the other one was doing the stators. Stator, that one. Yes. Right. Everything looks pretty happy except this guy over here. Why are you unhappy? What are you? Oh, you've not got power. I guess I'll run power backwards for this one from there to here. There we go. Right. I've probably got enough. I've probably picked up enough iron plates now, so I can run that through there. We can start feeding the iron plates into this machine and start actually making things over here. Now we've got all these machines which also need stuff. What do you need? You need iron as well. So let's put in a no, not a power line. Put in another splitter along here like that. I don't think you need to be a Mark III conveyor. I think a 2 will do here. Goes through there, and then you are a steel beam. Well, we don't have steel at the moment, so you're going to have to wait, I'm afraid. However, we can at least start putting things in place, I suppose. So we'll put you there. That pylon's kind of in the way, but never mind. Can I do a belt dropping down from here? Is that a thing that can be done? It is a thing that can be done. As stated, the pylon's kind of in the way. I can't move that now. I'm just going to have to rip it up because it's in a silly place, and then redo all the power around here. But Celevi, I guess. From there to, let's put this here now this time, and then I can run power from there to everything now that's run out of power, including that pylon over there. That's important. Could you know, work? That'd be appreciated. There to there. Is that everything? Looks like everything. Right, so that will eventually be steel. I probably should have had it just come out of here, actually. That would have made more sense. Never mind. What are you? You're also steel. No, let's put in another splitter for this one. I thought it said it was lined up. I don't know what it said it was lined up with, but I saw one of the green lines of linearness, and so I believed it because I'm a fool. That's a bit better lined up. That's more sort of that's more the look I was trying to go for with the previous steel input. But you know what? It'll work. It's fine. And then you're going to be copper. Right, copper we actually do have. Copper is this one down. Stop building power lines. I don't care if it's... you do what I mean, not what I say. Right, that goes there. And then we do a belt from there down to there. And then the same along here. I've forgotten what you are. You're probably copper as well, but I can't remember for certain which way around. Yeah, that is copper as well. But I couldn't remember for certain which way round I put those two machines, so I didn't want to get it wrong. There we go. And then finally, this one is going to be gold, which is up here. Now this one's going to be slightly more difficult. I might need to use an elevator for this one, because that's a bigger drop. But let's try it anyway. No, that's too steep. Fair enough. So, no, that's not an elevator. That's an elevator. I'd like to run from there down to there, like that, and then I can just run a belt from there into there. It's, whoa, not there, and just join the two things up. There we go, like that. It's not quite in line, but it's pretty good. It's slightly downhill, but that's maybe I should have made that a little bit lower, but that's fine. It works, and that's the main thing. Okay, so that's all of my inputs done all the way across to here. So that's now making everything up to the... That's ready to make the assembly rod now. The electromagnetic rod. So that needs another assembler plant over here, which I should put in line with these ones, just in order to be tidy. Like that, but quite a lot further over to the to what is now the right. Oh, for goodness sake! All right, I won't do it like that. I will try and line it up by eye instead, which is about there. And then that's correct, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. And it's no, it's the wrong way round. It's the wrong way round. Fail. I guess somehow I expect when I copy a machine, I expect the one I copy to still be orientated the same way. That's clearly not the case, and therefore maybe I'm a fool for thinking that. But still, I expect it to happen. I expect it to be the case. Alright, I can now link that up to there, and that up to there. Good, it did go in. I was worried about that for a second. And you are going to make... I've forgotten. Oh, yes, EM control rod. That one. You're also going to need power. That's only up to 5 out of 7. A perfect 5 out of 7. Nice. We'll bring that over to here. And then link that into there. There we go. So why are you... Oh, you're not working because you don't have steel. That's fair enough. So the lack of steel and concrete are the two things I'm still lacking. So how do I have the splitters in the hotbar? That's a good question. I forget how I've put them down there. Let's see. I think... Do you drag from here? No. Do you mouse over and then press the number? Yes. You mouse over them in here, and then you press a number between 1 and 0. You know what I mean? 1 to 0 across the keyboard, and it'll put them down, and then it'll put them in your hotbar down there, so you can get at them quite quickly and easily. As you see, there you go. There's a tooltip there. Bind to hotbar, hover over it, and press a number between 0 and 9. But a lot of the time, I just middle click on stuff like that because it's a lot easier. And I try very, very hard not to mouse over something and press Q, because that's the equivalent shortcut in Factorio, and I've played quite a lot more Factorio, so a lot of my muscle memory is slightly wrong. What are you waiting for, apart from Christmas? Why have you not got any iron ingots? Look, the belt goes right through the middle of this splitter. Why is it not... It's not split the belt. Helpful. Whoop, that was a lot sideways. I forget I've got jump boots sometimes. Right. Oh, and the same... Oh no, I was going to say the same's happened up here. No, it hasn't. That's just the steel one that's being... That's why there's nothing there. Right, so 2 things to do now. One is to go off and actually get some steel. And the reason we haven't got any steel is because the coal station down there... Oh, he says falling out the sky. Is because the coal station over there is no longer being fed by the coal mines down here because there's not enough coal. All of that coal is going into generating electricity. So we're not taking the coal away to turn it into steel, which means steel is not being produced at the moment. So we're not getting steel. So we're not getting any steel being brought in here, so that's just broken spectacularly. The other thing I need is concrete, and there isn't really room to put another station in over here, so I think I'm going to start needing to make another set of stations going out the other way. I'm going to start that over here, because it's further away from the radiation, basically, and I don't want to die. Another 10 piece that way, and you know what? I'm going to get rid of these trees because they're starting to annoy me a bit because they're growing through my concrete. Can I chainsaw from the tree? Chainsaw from flight? In flight? Yes, I can. Ha! No problem, Arm. You're very welcome. Yeah, I can imagine how annoying that would be. As I say, I do tend to use the middle click shortcut more myself, just because it's more flexible if you build a lot of the same stuff. Like in Factorio, I tend to actually use the eyedropper by pressing Q a lot more than I use the hotbar, because most of the time you've got at least some of whatever you're trying to build already built, and you're just trying to, so it's easier to grab it out of the world than it is to grab it off the hotbar, or at least it feels that way for me. Especially as unless your hotbars absolutely completely fill your screen, there's too many things in both games to have everything you use regularly on the hotbar. Oh, the other thing that's really useful is if you select if you have one type of belt selected, or one type of splitter / joiner merger, you can press E to cycle through them, and that works with lots and lots of different things. So if you've got a station selected, you can press E to cycle through to have to select a cargo stop instead. Sorry, a cargo platform instead, and so on and so on. So that makes doing things like this, it makes building things a lot easier because you don't have to. That's one way to chop a tree down, I suppose. You don't have to have absolutely everything on your hotbar. You can just have one of each type of thing on your hotbar and cycle through them. So, for example, I've got a constructor on my hotbar, but if I press E, then it's an assembler and a manufacturer, and then it loops round. And the same with belts. If I have a Mark II belt selected, I can go to 3, into a 4, into a 5, into a 1, and just cycle through them by pressing E, which is much easier than having multiple ones on the hotbar and so on, or trying to get whichever one you want out of the Q menu. Do you think that's enough deforestation now? I think it probably is. I can't see any more that's actually growing through my concrete. I'm too far away from everything to fly, though. There we go. There's some flight. Nice. Right. There. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That looks much better now. Put that away. Build some more concrete. Please line up with everything else. There we go. Oh yes, and if you're ever starting a new game of Satisfactory, make sure you align your base with the world grid rather than just building on an arbitrary grid because you don't know any better. That would have been much nicer if I'd done that way back when I started, but I didn't know any better. So you're stuck with you're stuck with me building on this slightly wonky grid. I hear a train training through. I think it's the steel train coming through to say hello. I still haven't got any steel. And it'll go away again until it comes back to say, sorry, it's still no steel available. It's all been stolen. Okay, there we go. Now let's put in another station. Now I need to, I need to get this in the right place. Oh, actually, a station and a platform are the same size, aren't they? So if I put in a train corner, like actually one thing, let's just make sure. I can put in I can link another one off there, can't I? Yes, I can. Excellent. So a train corner would come to about here. So as long as I build further out than this, should be all right. And maybe slightly tighter in than that, actually. Let's try and line up with the other one, which is running along, yeah, about there. So if I bring this to... Whoop, I got too far away. So I want to bring this to about here, probably, and then build my station by that. So if I select that, I can say, I do want a train station. I want to put it about... I want to line it up with the other ones. Can I do that from here? Let's put the ghost there. Alright, where is the edge? The edge is on this line, the middle of this middle line along here. So I want to move you that way. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. And I guess back a little bit as well. Sure, why not? It can go there. Put you there. Stick another one there. Okay. How do I mark this point? Because I want to put one of these in here, but I can't afford it. But I also want to rip up the other one because I don't want the other one. But you can't put down a platform until you put down the station. So, okay, it's on this corner here. Right, let's get rid of you then. And then I want to put down a station. Let's try and get this in the right place. And I want you to be right there. Yes, that's spot on. Now if I switch over to a freight platform, put you... snap onto there, perhaps? I can't afford... That requires computers as well. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, well, thanks for dropping by. Catch you next time. Next time you're around. I play this every Wednesday, and also Factorio, currently Space Exploration and Crastorio 2 on Mondays. And there are some videos on my YouTube channel as well. Oh, you're on the YouTube channel, so yeah, make sure you subscribe before you go, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Right, I don't have any computers. Let's go up and make a delivery cannon. No, not delivery cannon. A pneumatic cannon. In fact, I think I might have a blueprint for that. That's not blueprint. That's how do I blueprint? Oh no, it's just in here, isn't it? Blueprints. There we go. Hypertube cannon. There we go. Nice. Let's stick you here. Awesome. Thank you. Did I put that the right way around? No, I did not. Let's try that again with slightly less fail this time. At least you can delete the whole thing in one go. I would be very sad if I couldn't, and I had to do all of that one piece at a time. It would have cost me a lot more than a dime. Insanity, if nothing else. Right, let's put you there just to line you up with some of the grid. And you know what? Let's see if I can build a second one. Can I overlap? Ah, I can overlap. Nice. And then let's run a cable from you, but you're full. Let's put a power pole in. Can we have a power pole, please? Actually, if I upgrade you to a 2, then I'll have enough cable to go from there to there, and blimey, here those kick in. There to there. Then I come over to here, and I get some more of this. No, not support. Hypertube, And I raise you up in the air like... Ooh, no. Stop it. Right, we put you... Could you stop being weird, please? Thank you. Actually, where am I going to want to go from now? I'm going to want to go more over to the that way from here in general, aren't I? So let's put that there, and then raise it up. I was hoping to raise it up a little bit more than that, but sure. That hasn't really worked as I wanted it to. Let's just demolish this bit. Let's just demolish this, and worry about where the hypertube takes me. Actually, could I demolish that and that? What did I just demolish? Nothing, apparently. And then, come on, let's just have some hypertube come out of here. So stop being weird. What have I told you about being weird? Right. Why is it being weird? Stop it. Maybe it's too close. Alright, let's put it here. Yeah, you know what I said about being weird? Just don't do that. Right, there. There. That is not an invalid shape, come on. Okay, that'll have to do. I've had enough. Right, now, this might be the longest hypertube cannon I've built yet, so let's give it a try. And that was pathetic. That was rubbish. Why was that so slow? Let's put another piece of concrete down because I need my run-up space. So we'll put that there. In fact, let's put the whole thing in like that. Let's switch to the correct jetpack in advance this time. And now let's try... That's better. Don't know what I did wrong the first time. What did I run out of? Oh yeah, computers. Whoa. Could we not go this way, please? This is a bit too far. Uh-oh, running out of fuel. And touchdown. Nice. That worked really well. I'm very happy with that. Unfortunately, my anticlimax was followed by a proper climax. That sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. Oh, and I've got the wrong... Ah! No. Let's try that again. And remember to switch to the right jetpack. There we go. Going up. Yeah, I might have to build another one of these that points in slightly more the right... Something slightly closer to the right direction. Because I'm starting to run out of oomph. Oh dear. Splash down. Swim, please. Swim. Surface. Come on. There we go. Oh, the joy we have trying to get ourselves, transport ourselves around the factory. Right, how do? Look, the balloon animal has gone through the floor over there. Right, let's switch back to the other jetpack, the hover pack, and make my way back upstairs again. Can I get over here? Oh wait, this isn't upstairs. This is still coal area. Can't stop here. This is coal country. And this is radiation country, but we'll be out of it fairly soon. What was I doing? Oh yes, it was down here. Yes, I was building stations. I remember. All right, I burned through two of my survival packs so far. That's not too bad. Stick you there. Pull you up. Right, and now we can put in the rail from there to there. Oh, for... It was okay putting it to right here. Look at that. You can do that, but that is just too much turn. This game, honestly. It's not so much this game specifically. It's this game's rail handling of rail. So I brought this to over here like this, and then it just went, lol, no, basically. All of my rage. I can't even put this here, of course. It has to be one of these. Right. I mean, that's got to be link-upable, hasn't it? Is it even in the right... Have I even lined it up properly? Do I actually care at this point? It's not quite lined up properly. It should be one more to the right. No. That one. Should be there. Let's move it a little bit further out just to make... Absolutely. I'm pointing in the correct direction. Then I'll remove that again. Then select that and say, no, I actually want a freight platform here. Put it in like that. Then dismantle that railway. If it doesn't let me build it this time, I might cry. How? I mean, it's identical to that one over there. How is it by... How's the distance? Have I got different distances? So... Or is this... Oh, it's probably because there's a wiggle in the track or something stupid like that. Alright, let's move it a little bit further out just because I've had enough. So, build a rail track out like this, 90 degrees. You can do it to there, and that's more than 90 degrees. So that's got to be fine, surely. And then... Hey, if I do... Can I... No, I can't snap that onto there. But I can put it there, which gives me a little bit more space to play with, which you think would make things easier. We'll find out. I think the thing I object to most about this is how trial and error it is. If I could place things and it would go, yes, this is possible, this is possible, this is possible, there you go, you've done it. Even if it wasn't quite where I wanted to put things, that would be fine. But it's not that. It's you build stuff and it goes and in what you think is the right place, then it goes, well actually no, I'm not going to allow you to do that. I can't line it up with the station on the other side. The game won't let me. I would like to line it up with the game on the other side, but you'll have to have words with the Satisfactory developers because I just can't. It's just not allowing me to. You saw me, I was trying quite hard to line it up with the station, with the platform on the other side, because yeah, I don't like it either. You know, I'm going to bring this out a little bit further. But the game simply wouldn't let me line it up with the other station. The only thing I can think of is it's because the track along there isn't quite straight. It's slightly, so there's a slight bend to the right already here. So needs more space to get it out to here. And I tried to keep the thing straight, but Satisfactory and building on a grid are not things that go together well. Yes, the Satisfactory rail building system is definitely not satisfactory. It is glitchy as anything. I've run out of bloody concrete again. And distance to... Shut up. I mean, okay, granted, I have been building a lot of concrete recently, but still. You know what? Let's do this nicely. Let's build this from here. And then I can actually get a straight piece of rail out of this. Oh, no, but no, wait. All of this is... Oh, never mind. I'll build it in now, and then it can all... And then sort it out later. Yeah, so my thought there was I'm not going to be able to put extra stations in along here, but I don't care at this point. I'll, yeah, deal with that later. Yeah, not going to be able to put in. What I'm trying to say is, I'm not. Yeah, with the way I put the rail down, I'm not going to be able to put additional stations in along here because there's just one massive chunk of rail here, so I won't be able to link into it anywhere. However, I think I'm okay with that. I'll just accept it and then put more rail in later when it's and sorry, put more and fix it later and fix it later. Cut it up into bits as I put more stations in because I think it's going to be easier to do it that way. As usual, I've been far too generous with the concrete up there. There's probably more than I actually need, and so I've run out down here where I'm trying to build something. But never mind, we can get by. The next question is, where is there anywhere along here to snap the train? No, there isn't. I'm just going to pull up all of that, but that's fine. I don't mind doing that. No, the rail, please. There we go. Then lay rail to about there. Then put in a 90-degree corner like that. If rail had a snap to grid option or snap to orthogonal, something like that, that would make it all a lot better. And if bits of rail would automatically sort of connect to each other when they were basically touching. No, put that away. That'd be nice too. So trains are going to be coming out here, so that goes there. Put one there as well, just for the halibut. And there, and there. There we go. That's nicely signalled. Well, it's not nicely signalled. These should be path signals. Let's do it properly. So that should also be a path signal, really, and therefore then that should be. Are we now happy with our signallings? Looks happy. I can't see any alerts, but I do want to put in another one along, another block signal along here somewhere. Oop. Yes, there will do. There will do nicely. Okay, so now we have an out on that. Oh, I haven't put the signals in that station. That's probably why the train was having a bit of a concern. So I'll come over here. I can stick the signals in over here. Ooh, that water's quite a lot higher. This will be a good place to bring water from up to here. And there's a crashed spaceship, crashed pod over there as well. I should go and investigate that. See if it requires stuff that I actually have, which would make a nice change. Can we put this in the right place, please? Yes, there. Let's go and have a quick look at that pod. I've clearly already seen it because I've... Whoop. Down. Oh, actually, no, I'm flying directly over pylons. This might be alright. Might be alright. There we go. Let's come over here and have a look at this. See what the capsule requires. Oh, I've already looted it. Oh dear. There we go. Right, now I'm completely immune to those creatures. I could just sit up here and throw nuts at them, I suppose. Except I can't. Nuts aren't throwable, which is a shame. I feel like I can probably deal with that from ground level, to be honest. He says, immediately emptying his magazine. There we go. Oh, some modular frames. Nice. Maybe it's that bit that's the part you have to actually investigate. Let's go and find out. I can never remember. I know they're investigable, but E to open drop pod needs 20 megawatts and steel beams. Well, I can't open it from there, but conveniently, just over there, I have a lot more than 20 megawatts available. Swimming is not one of my favourite things either. You know what? And you can't take off from in the water. That's annoying. Right, no, to that power line goes from there to here, and then from there to there. Okay, I'm not using the jetpack I intended to, but you know what? It's working, so I'm not going to complain. Chug, 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 chug. And it's a hard drive. Gosh, there's a surprise. Okay, cool. Well, I've looted it appropriately, so I'm happy. That's why I came out here. That was surprisingly easy. I guess because I've already got all of my infrastructure all the way out here, so it's just a case of plug it in and it'll work. I'm surprised there are a couple of the pig creatures left alive around here, though. I usually, in the areas that are this built up, they tend to have been finished off because, well, I've wiped them all out for obvious reasons. So I'm surprised they were there. Right, so you're going to be concrete, aren't you? Yes, concrete. So we need an elevator matron going from here to not through the ceiling. I'm pointing that way, like that. Lovely. And then we need to do the appropriate programming over here. Put the gun away. It's not big, it's not clever. Station. Right, you are going to be concrete for nuclear. Like so. And look how much my potential maximum power draw is compared to what we're actually using down here. That's ridiculous. I keep hearing the inflatable animal noises and thinking it's something a bit more dangerous because they sound kind of vicious. They're not. They're pretty friendly, but they sound kind of vicious. Have I put this in the wrong way around? I've put this in the wrong way around. Honk. Right, you are to go to... There must be a concrete pickup well, I hope there's a concrete pickup somewhere. I can search for it, can't I? There is not a concrete pickup. Okay, well that's going to make setting this pickup a little bit more difficult. So it sounds like I'm going to need... Hang on, so I've got... There is a concrete supply going into this area. That's probably fed in direct. Yeah, that's fed in directly off a belt. Is nowhere else using concrete? That surprises me. Have I given a station a dumb name that is concrete related? But Alclad Station 23, iron, computers, quartz. Fine, not there then. Over here, yeah, motors wouldn't use concrete. I'm surprised it doesn't use copper though. Plastic drop, iron drop, steel drop, computer pickup, copper for computers. Yeah. Gold for computers. Yeah, I just don't think I've used... I haven't got concrete being picked up from anywhere, being used anywhere by train. Well, we've got a concrete seam there that's been tapped. Or I say a concrete seam, a limestone seam. There's a nice cluster of it over here, just past the iron for motors. That might be worth pulling up and then cooking into concrete. There's a little bit up here and some sulfur up here as well. There's loads of coal up here, but this is high up and difficult to get to. This is an awkward area. It'd be useful to go and get that. That is coal, isn't it? No, that's iron. That's not going to help. Yeah, I think this is the best concrete, or the best limestone, and therefore I'll make concrete over here as well, patch. Some more coal would be very, very useful, very much appreciated. But we don't seem to have any more coal in places I can get at. Yeah, there's a little bit of it up here, but that's not really suitable. I suppose I could go and tap that one, bring it down the long belt, the long ridgeway thing that comes down from the with the uranium on it, and then feed it into the station down here. That seems manageable, actually. Yeah, okay, let's do that as my next two tricks. I'm not going to have the stuff I need to build mines though, because mines are weird and difficult and strange and awkward and stuff. That said, I could just make them. That'd be easy enough. What do you need to make a tier 3 mine? Is a tier 3 mine a thing yet? No, I've only got mining drill 2s. I've got everything to make those except for the little crappy portable mining drill things. But I can, as I say, I can make those. So if I come over and hide in the corner over here, hide my shame over here, I can put down a special, which no I can't. I can put down a production, which would be a craft bench, I think. Let's try. I can never remember which is needed for various things, whether it's a craft bench or the other one. Yeah, this feels wrong. No, this is for making intermediates. Nope, I need the other one. Equipment workshop. Still, they're convenient to have as a pair, so we'll put that one in as well, like that. Now in here, I can make portable miners. There we go. Except I can't because my inventory's full. I don't want the leaves. They can go. I don't care about the wood. That can go. Make me 2 portable mining drill. Craft. There we go. Okay, I had to close it and reopen it apparently to make it refresh its impression of the inventory. Right, there we go. So, I'm going to need the other jetpack for this expedition. Go away. No, not far. Right, there we go. So I need to get up there, which is going to be fun because the whole area is extremely radioactive. Although I'll be close, but only to a relatively small amount of it, so maybe it won't be too bad. I don't know. But we're going to bring that down here, and we need to put it into the coal pickup station over there. So I will want probably not a Mark IV belt. That seems excessive. Certainly not a Mark V. 3 seems reasonable. Let's have one of those. Go from here. Yes, from there. This is going the wrong way. Let's do it the other way round. Oh, I can't even jump up this hill. It's so steep. Interestingly, I don't seem to be getting radiation poisoning from just just running past this belt full of uranium. That's interesting and somewhat surprising, but I'm not going to complain. Right, where was that coal patch? It's up here somewhere. Okay, just round the back of this rock. Why is there radiation up here? It's probably just a rock of uranium somewhere. Coal, please. Unless it's up here. Nope, not up here. You promised me some coal. I hope you're not going to disappoint me. Okay, it's just down there inside that bush. You know what? Let's do a scan for coal. Hello? Here it is. It was under the bush all the time. Right. Okay. Let's put down a Mark II. Point it that way because that's where it wants to go. And then go, I haven't really thought about power for this. Which way? It's not big, it's not clever. Right. Where is any of my anything? I've got some stuff over there. I've got some stuff over here. There's one of my massive pylons. Can I even? No. But if I get over there, I can probably build it back over this way without too much difficulty. Oh, more giant spiders. Do not want. And I'm not in a position where I can take flight very effectively. So it's going to jump up and get me. And that's quite a big one. This is probably not going to end well if I start attacking it from down here. Let's at least get up there. After last week, I'm a little bit nervous about the giant spiders. And I think with good reason. So I'm going to try and get up, high up, and then just... I think this might be far enough up that it probably can't get at me. Of course, I can't get at it either because I can't see it now. But I do know it's down there, which is not good. I could just start firing wildly into the trees, you know, reenact the Predator film. But I don't think that's going to go particularly well. That's not quite the music I was going for, but... Ah, this game is not made for sniping. Whoop. I wanted to land on that, thank you very much. There it is. I think shooting at the leg counts. Oop, it's moving, it's moving. There we go. Little sod. I hope it doesn't have friends. I didn't see any others down there, but, I mean, that isn't a guarantee, is it? So, you know what, let's try and stay high up where it's comparatively safe. And also, now that I've got to here, I can hook into that and put a pylon way over there somewhere, like that. That's pretty much where I wanted to get it to. And if I now switch to this, then I can go for a nice ride back over to it. And stay way up here, out of the way of any unfortunate arachnids. At least that's my theory. There we go. That wasn't so bad after all, was it? Generally, mostly survived. Well, I know I entirely survived and didn't get too badly scared. Right, how fast are you digging? You're doing 240 per minute. That's really good. That means I need at least a 3 belt? Yeah, it means I need a 3 belt in order to keep it running at the speed at which it wishes to become accustomed. And I need to go over this way with it. I'll come back afterwards and clear out all of the vegetation and stuff that's in the way. But for the time being, I'm just going to keep the belt up in the air so it doesn't get snagged on rocks and stuff. Trees, I can come back and chainsaw. Rocks, not so much. Yeah, but rocks don't tend to be quite as big, so this should work quite nicely. Whoop. My favourite thing about the jetpack is that when you screw up and fall off, you can recover. Have I made that too high? I have. Okay, I know it's too steep. Oh, okay, you'll let me do that. Alright, I'll let you off then. Can I now get down onto here at all? Just about. Alright. I don't know what it thinks it's clipping. Because I'm pretty sure it ain't. But never mind. Maybe it's a sort of a side effect of going down this really steep hill. Oh, you can't do a backward slide. That's a shame. Running backwards is much slower than running forwards. Ow. That was dumb. Right, and now from here, we can run over this way somewhere. Where's coal? There's coal pickup. Okay, I guess we'll come to here. But again, as up in the air as we can. And actually that's... No, not as up in the air as we can. Down at ground level. Because I'll put in another hole in the ground down here. And then it can go, and we can take this through underneath where it'll be a bit less of a mess. just like I did with the other one, with the uranium. So put you there, like that. Have you a little bit up in the air to give it a chance. And then it's a Mark III belt, goes from there into there. Oh, this needs to be a Mark III elevator. That would help. Keep the speed up. Switch jetpacks. And then underneath here, another Mark III lift like that. Boop. Yes, just like that. Then over to here, the coal pickup. Alright, we're going to have another one, another conveyor hole shenanigan over here. So we'll have another conveyor lift floor hole like that. And a conveyor lift Mark III like that, coming up to there. With its belt going from there into there. Lovely. And then I can drop back down under here. Need to put in another Mark lift on here like that. And then I can put in my belt from here to over there, but obviously not in one go because that'd be crazy. So I'll bring it to here first. That. And then from there comes to over here, I guess. Can we do this in one? Oh, from that bloody concrete. Ah! It's always concrete. It always seems to be concrete at the moment. So many things you need concrete for, I just forget you need concrete for. Don't think I need that bit, or that bit, or that bit. Or that bit, really. Which means I suppose I don't need that bit, or that bit. Can we now perhaps have enough to put that away to finish off this belt, please? That'd be nice. Go from there to where was it? Yes, it was over here. Can you reach this far? Yes. There to there. Right. And now we have coal. Well, I say now we have coal. We have coal is on its way down. It's coming through at 240 per minute. It's going into the coal pickup station. So next time the train from the steel place comes through, it'll get some coal. I don't know how long it'll take us to get enough steel for everything to start running again nicely, because we've probably been starved for steel for quite a long time. But eventually we'll have steel over here, so that's good. I also have an enormous expanse of concrete out here that perhaps I don't really need. Maybe I got a little bit carried away laying all this down, but it's there now, and I'm sort of slightly reluctant to pick it all up, just because you never know. I might want it again later. Looking at how things are going over here, so we've got this machine here that is supposed to will eventually be making the electromagnetic control rods. So that's good. We're going to need to split these off. I'm going to rather than going off and immediately setting up the mine for the concrete, I'm going to do something else I'm going to do a little bit of building for a minute or two, just because I haven't it feels like I haven't for a little while. So we'll put that in there, and a belt going into it. Like, wait, what? I put down a merger, not a splitter. There we go. Try again. Okay, so one of those is going to go off to the nuclear fuel production facility that's going to be just over here somewhere. The other one is going to be going to go off to the manufactory that is going to be making the magnetic doodly what's name generator things, which is also going to need batteries to be made, of course, which is going to require a supply of sulfur, aluminium, water, and alumina. Now, the alumina is the one I was saying is going to have to come down a ludicrously long pipe that's also going to come down this ramp over here, because I'm not sure how else I'm going to get it over here. Yes, Agent Orange just to take out the trees, and maybe probably take out the spiders as well quite effectively. But yeah, I think we're not supposed to use that. It's apparently bad for the environment or something. I forget exactly what the problem was with it, but I think it was fairly nasty stuff. Number 6, the manufacturer goes over here somewhere, and well, I guess it might as well go here. And you, sir, are going to make, I've forgotten. Oh yeah, magnetic generator, magnetic field generators, that one. And these are just to be used for, I believe these only, no, it's not that. These are just to be used for the elevator. I think that's the only thing that actually requires them. I have clearly got the plague. So we'll put that there, and then we'll run that straight out into a storage box like this, because nothing else uses them. Like that then. So that can go into there. It is going to need to be powered, of course. So we'll run power from there to there like that. It's also going to need various inputs. One of which is this one. Another of which is this one. And the third one is currently unobtainable. Italian. Okay, thank you. Salute to me. Thank you. So, once I've got batteries being made, they'll be brought over, they'll be dropped in here. I suspect I might need quite a lot of batteries elsewhere. It just feels like a thing I'm going to need, so I'll try and make them in large quantities and put them into a train as well. It just seems like a good idea at that point. How is my shopping list doing? I mean, of the things I put on it, how many have I used up so far? How many have I got left, perhaps I should say? Okay, so there's a pump over there for the water that's going to be required for the making the acid for the batteries. Should I make the batteries over here? There's not a huge amount of room. No, I think I'll probably make them over here. Even if it means doing funny things with sulfur and water. But that's okay. We can do funny things. I don't mind. Or should I look at the... You know what? Let's ignore the batteries for now. No, let's put the machines down for the batteries. So the batteries are going to require sulfuric acid. Which is sulfur and water? Sulfuric acid. You're a part, apparently. Yes, it's sulfur and water. That's pretty easy then. That is water, isn't it? Yes, it is. And sulfur. Okay, and that's made in a refinery. And I brought the bits for a refinery. I just need to find a way of getting the water up here. I suspect I will. I don't know if I've got it yet. Have I got pipe through a hole? Pipe through. No, I haven't. I will have to invest. I will have to purchase from the Awesome Shop probably a pipe that goes through a hole. But that doesn't feel too difficult. So a refinery goes in over here, and I think that's probably enough space, but it's also the wrong way around. Let's leave a little bit more space actually, because there's going to be pipe work, and pipe work is weird and awkward. So I'll put that there. And tell it to do sulfuric acid from water. There we go, nice. And sulfur is going to be another thing on this thing, as is concrete at some point. So yeah, quite a bit of extra expansion needed yet, and I don't even have the belts available for it yet. So we're not going to worry about that. But that's going to bring the acid out, and then we're also going to need alumina and aluminium cases, which are just made straight from aluminium. So that is just going to be a constructor. So I can tuck this guy in over here like this, but the other way around. And you are going to make, is it cases? Yes, aluminium casings. Why you need, oh, that's to put the battery in. Okay, let's put the battery in, that's fair enough. And so that is going to require a splitter, which will go along here. Where is line up? Here is lining up. It will go in here. And then we put a lift off the front of that like this, going downwards to, not that far, to about here. And then I can run a belt from there to there. Nice. And then that can be set up. Oh, I've already set that up. We need power as well for all these things. You're already on 6 out of 7. Let's give you another pylon over here somewhere. And then I can run power from there to there. There to there, and that should all now be able to work. Right, so this is now going to be making those aluminium cases, And then we need whatever machine it is you need to build a battery in. Let's have a quick check of that. I suspect it's going to be the, what's it called? The blender, that guy. So that's going to come in over here. We're going to have a fluid coming out of here. We're going to have another fluid coming down from up there. This is going to be horrible, but we'll see what we can do. Put in a blender. Goes like this. And as I say, there's going to be pipe work around this, so it's going to be fun to put in. So let's leave plenty of space. We put that there. And then I can put pipes in. Pipes are a logistic thing. Oh, it costs plastic as well to make pipe 2s. I don't think I'm going to need a pipe 2 somehow, so we'll just run that into there, like that. And then a belt can come from there into there. Lovely. You, Mr. Blender, are going to make batteries, that one. Oh, and water as well. Great. So I'm going to need to come up with some sort of prioritization system for the water. That's always fun. But still, that's batteries, which is a good start. And then we have to just have to deal with the water on that comes out of it. I'll have to have a bit of a think about that, because dealing with excess products. In fact, Satisfactory doesn't have, as far as I'm aware at least, doesn't have the same sort of easy way of prioritizing things that Factorio does. So I can't just say pump this one through when the tank is complete, when the tank is So I can't just say only run this pump when this tank is less than 50% full, and therefore have an overspill, which is rather frustrating. We'll have to see how that goes. I think there are sort of ways of prioritizing by having different pipes at different levels and things, but I don't know how reasonable that is. I don't know whether I can do that if I'm not using very much water. Well, I'll have to have a good think about it anyway. So that's going to be difficult. But that is now all of the machines required to make the batteries. So we're doing quite well there. The batteries will come out of here. Right. So how are you? So given that, if you can't do it for fluids, how are you supposed to deal with an output of water from a machine like that? I suppose in this particular case, I could probably just run it down into my coal burning power plants down below. That would kind of work. It's horrible and hacky, but it would work. But in general, how are you expected to, or what is the standard way of dealing with fluids where you have inputs and outputs that just sort of, yeah, well, when you're making batteries, where it takes in water and it gives out water, and I haven't even checked to see if the amounts are the same, but they're probably not going to be particularly helpful, I suspect, just because I'm a cynic. Oh look, my steel has arrived. Sweet. Oh, it started to flow into there, so we've got pipes coming through now. Nice. And we've got beams coming. Oh no, that's. Well, we've got stuff on. Oh wait, what are you doing? You don't look fully, what's named? Oh, you're waiting for concrete. Right, okay. So we still don't have concrete, but we've got everything else, as is more or less expected, to be honest. We expect to have everything except concrete at this point, I think. For those machines over there. Over here, things are a little bit harder. I'm going to need to bring in sulfur, as we've said, and also the alumina from way up over the top of the horizon. So, yeah. But yeah, okay, I could use it if the amount that comes out is the same as the amount that goes in. Then I could use a valve to fill a tank up a bit, so I've got some buffer, and then just circulate it round and round in that. Yes, but if I just put a valve in and then turn it off or something like that, then isn't that going to then it'll just stop working after a while, won't it? Because eventually we'll use up all the water. I assume, anyway, based on my understanding of factory games, which is reasonable, I like to think. Alright, let's have a look at the nuclear shenaniganery now, because that is the next thing in the list along here. So what have we got? We've got the uranium fuel rods, which are... Oh, it's concrete again, okay. But it's also the electromagnetic control rods. and concrete and, okay, the encased uranium cells. The uranium cells, these are the ones that are made in a blender. And, oh, they're made from, oh no, it's concrete, that's alright. They're made from concrete, and this is another place where the sulfuric acid will be used. Okay, I mean, that's alright. There's room in there to put a splitter in. I'm okay with that. I can pull the sulfuric acid out from here, take it over here, as well as bring acid in from, as well as bringing in alumina from somewhere. So we need another blender. Let's put you next to this blender, just because it feels nice to have them huddled together for warmth. Oh, I see what you mean, regular. Yes, but what if the system then fills up and it stops using and it stops producing acid for a little while? Then it's going to break, isn't it? I'm going to have to go down and have a look at this. Yes. Yeah, it just feels like there isn't, as far as I'm aware, and I'm aware that one of the things I'm aware of is that I'm a bit of a Satisfactory noob, really. As far as I'm aware, there isn't a way to get limit. There isn't a way to balance these things in this game. Now, I would be very happy to be proved wrong, but until I am, that's the impression I've got. Uranium and concrete. But it's just, uranium is just the ore, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, nice. So if I put in an elevator hole here, or maybe here, and then put an elevator on that. That is passing out, isn't it? Yes, it is. Like so. Doop. Lovely. I can then come over here and down here. And go, where is that? There's the elevator hole. I would like to have an elevator over here, please. I don't care how much I'm getting cooked at the moment. I'm just trying to get this all fitted. It comes up to there. And then where is it? There it is. This is a little bit messy, but I'm being slightly less careful or slightly less neat with the uranium, somewhat deliberately, because it's nasty stuff, and I just want to get it. I want to have it infecting as little area as possible. But there we go. We now should have uranium being passed up into here. We should very soon. There we go. We now have uranium up in here. So we're still waiting for the concrete. We're still waiting for the sulfur and the water, and therefore the sulfuric acid. Priority stuff for splitters, yes, but not for water, not for fluids. That's the problem. It's the fluids that are the difficult bit. Yeah, I don't think I've unlocked any of the priority splitters, but I know they exist, and therefore I'm not going to complain about not having them, because it's my own fault that I don't have them. I don't believe there are priority pumps. However, maybe if I have a pump down low pushing upwards and a pump at the top pushing in, maybe the pump at the top will get a sort of priority because it can push harder because it doesn't have the lift to do. That might work. I'll give that a try. All right, so that's that one, and encased industrial beams and these things. Okay, so I need to make another line of encased industrial beams. So encased industrial beams come from beams and encasings. So I need to make my. I'll do this right over here. Put you there, and then an assembler there. Yeah, why not? I'll do. So I want you to make beams, and I want you to encase them. So that means I need. No. I need to stop spinning the mouse wheel when I just want something. That's not how this game works. So I need steel from here, or I need to steal from here, like this. And belt. Can I do that in a single? Yes, I can. Nice. and then from there over to there, and then again this is another thing that needs concrete. There's a lot of this around, and then I go back into here again. I'm not sure what I've forgotten what I said that was worthy of a drum. No, that's what I'm already doing. Fuel cell. Oh yes. So this needs a manufacturer, and then we'll need to bring those over, and these and these. So we need a 6, but the big boy version of it. Put you in over here like that, I guess. And I've run out of heavy modular frames. Well, that was kind of inevitable, really, wasn't it? I've been building and building and building and building, and now I've actually run out of something. So, I mean, that's gone pretty well, other than running out of the big chunky frames. So I'm going to have to go back and get some of those. But still, we've now got nearly everything up and placed out here. A lot of it is struggling because it doesn't have the necessary inputs, sure, but. Basically, things I feel like I've made good progress here. I just haven't quite. It's just not quite finished yet. So it's not quite finished, but it's gone pretty well thus far. Let's put another pile on there, just for useful purposes. Oh, I've fallen out of the sky again. That's the problem with this with the hover pack, is every so often I get slightly too far from my electric network and just drop out of the sky. But you know, that's I guess it's to be expected. So, alumina, concrete, and sulfur. The alumina, as I said, comes from over here. I guess it'll be a case of I'll put in a big pump. I'll run a really long pipe over here, and then down the ramp again to over here, where we can feed it into the system. Sulfur, I will put in a sulfur mine. There is a patch there. There's a patch down here that I've already tapped, and it's going into a vehicle thing at the moment. I could a tractor truck stop at the moment. I could pull out of that instead. Concrete is going to come from down here. So what do you guys think? Which shall I do first? And if it's sulfur, which sulfur should I go for? Should I go for the limestone down here and set up a new little concrete factory and to put it onto the train system? Should I go after the sulfur that's down here because I'm also going to need sulfur, or should I go after the sulfur up here because it's closer? I don't think there's any particular reason why either of these will be easier or harder. Actually, doing these two together would make sense, because then I can put in a station here for the so I can go off the I can go off the iron station here. I can run over and put in a concrete station and a sulfur station relatively easily, like that. Oh, the stealing pun. Yes, okay. Or then the other option is to bring the alumina from up here, which I'm going to need to do that as well. So regular is saying go for the sulfur over here. It is closer. What are you? A water spring or something. Okay. Yeah, I could probably run a spur off the rail system up here to get to it. It's slightly odd over. It's just this isn't as close to the railway system, I don't think. It's over there somewhere on the top of that bit. So I could run a spur of the railway from there over to it, or I could put a station on there and run a mark belt over to it. I could belt it in from over there. That's not too far away. But I sort of want to put it on the train system, so next time I need sulfur, it'll be available. Now, as I say, I do already have sulfur available I have sulfur available in a very, very small area down about here. It's completely isolated from everything else, and it's somewhere where I go over and I hand feed when I want to make black powder. So it's not great, but it is there. I guess I could just belt that over from here to here, and then yeah, all right. Let's belt it from here over from here for now. And then when I need sulfur later, then I can go over and modify it and put it onto the train system. Or alternatively, I could have it load into the train system, because I've already got loads of train space over here. I could bring it in from here over to here and put it into a station, and then I'll have it available for other places as well. Or for now, I can just bring it over and shove it into the train onto the bus. Okay, let's do that. You've helped me convince myself. Also, let's put this splitter back in over here, because this just looks a bit wrong. Now, of course, that won't link onto this one, so I'll have to put that belt back in again. Like that. That means I can now put this in up here like that, that. Actually, I'm going to have concrete as well, aren't I? And concrete's probably going to come in from this end. So let's do that like that. And that. Oh, I've run out of iron plates. Give me that. Stop that. I think I like this stack design of my bus. I have to admit, it's a little. It looks a little bit odd, but I think it works quite well, and you know that's kind of the most important thing. Right, which is one sulfur? This one is sulfur. So we need to belt this from here to somewhere. I guess what I should actually be doing is running underneath like everything else, so I can run underneath all of this and then go through into the woods and the trees over there. Let's do that. And so, in order to do that, let's put in another splitter here. No, this isn't going to work. The system doesn't work so well when you want to add in something new. Because I can't put a splitter in on the top here. Well, I suppose I could. This will be a little bit dirty, but it'll work. If I put in a splitter here, then I can delete that belt. I can put in a splitter on top of it that has the orange side towards me like that. Then I can put in more belt going from there to there, and then I have to delete that splitter and put that back in that way around in order to get that to link to there, which I need to do just for the sake of keeping the bus looking clean and tidy and complete. I can then put an elevator from here. This should be a tier 3. Oh, goodness sake. Stop that. Elevator, tier 3. Probably should be a tier 4, but never mind. It's too. Oh, actually, too late now. Actually, I should be putting in a conveyor floor hole. Where's that? Is there? I think. Nope. Onto the side of that floor hole. There. That doesn't look right either. Let's find out. Try again. That's missed. Okay, it was one to the side from. It was where I put it the first time. Yeah, lining stuff up is tricky. You're on your Mark II lift. Why are you on your Mark II lift? Oh well, I'll put it in and I can upgrade it. Oh yeah, it's because I was short of everything when I was building this area. So I was saying, yeah, I'll put these in and then I'll upgrade them later. I remember. Okay, so from here we need to have another lift coming off the bottom of here, like that, pointing this way. And I'll take a belt from there, but it needs to... No, wait, that needs to go all the way down and through the ground again. So we need another conveyor. We need another floor hole. About here, where it won't interfere too much with the uranium. And then a lift like that. Fine. This is getting... Actually, no, that's the right height. That was a convenient accident. That goes through to there. Then I can drop down another level. And then have another elevator coming down from here, like that, pointing that way. This is getting kind of silly, but never mind. Where can I build to? Not to here. I can build, but I can build to here. And then to here. What are you doing? Please don't be weird. Oh, it's being... No, I say it's being weird, but that was... I wanted to build that further down, but there's another belt in the way. Okay, can't do that then. We'll need to find a way to bring that down a little bit, which I guess is going to be to put in a piece of wall like this. And then another piece of foundation underneath it, like this. I didn't mean two pieces, that's unnecessary. And then build a belt from there to here. And then carry on. So carry on, going over here. And I've run out of reinforced iron plates. Lovely. Oh wait, I don't really want to... How much other stuff have I... No, how much other stuff have I got? How much of our iron, iron girder? Not a huge amount. Right, let's get going. Sword, please. There we go. Yeah, I've got 164 of it. That's not going to be enough. Fortunately, I have machines up here that are making it, and it's not being used in very large quantities because we haven't got the concrete. So that should mean... Although we don't have very much steel, so I don't know what we're going to find. Somewhere over here, though, we might find there is a machine with a load of steel pipes. That's not what I want. Steel beams, 125 of them. Okay, well, that's a start, I guess. Let's also get some more reinforced iron plates. There aren't going to be any of those, are there? Because they've all been turned... Oh, no, we've got a few. Yeah, the problem with mark belting is you require enormous amounts of resource to build the belt. Alright, got to down there. Okay. Please don't fall out of the sky. That'd be very unfortunate when you're right over here. Alright, so you, carry on from here, please. Like this. And then from here... Well, I'm going to touch down over here, and then I'm going to switch... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to switch jetpacks. Right, so... Am I out? Yeah, I am almost out. So, okay, we'll use this one now. I'd like this to come up to probably here. Oh, it hasn't linked. Okay, good. I can see where it comes from. Like that. Right, now we've got that there, let's go and have a look for the sulfur. I think that's going to be the next thing to do, rather than just building a belt off into the middle of nowhere and hoping and assuming that I'm going to find it. Oh, it's just one of them. Not so threatening now. 177 meters this way. You know what I didn't bring? Mining drills. I might just have to build another mining thing. Where is it? Oh, still 75 meters this way. Ah, there it is. And there's a convenient bridge over to it as well. And it's made out of iron as well. So this is from a long time ago. I don't build stuff like this anymore. Okay. This seems manageable. Let's try and work it. Well, first thing, one of the things I need to work out is how on earth I'm going to get power up here, or rather where the nearest power is. I mean, this isn't the middle of nowhere. I mean, it kind of, actually, I'll take it back. It kind of is the middle of nowhere. That ran off quickly. I mean, I did shoot it, to be fair. He came back with some friends. Yeah, it kind of is the middle of nowhere, but it's sort of the middle of nowhere whilst also being in the middle of my factory. Is that one still moving? Yes. Fail. Come on. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. Ooh. Okay. They've brought in reinforcements. I need to touch down. There we go. Oh, there's lots of them. Where am I going? Over here. Okay. You'll excuse me if I go quiet while I'm fighting for my life, won't you? Right, that's those two taken out. Did I? Oh yeah, I got the pig thing as well, I think. Yes, I did. Excellent. Right. That was a brief interlude, should we say. Oh, I built an entire roadway up here. And somehow didn't deal with the natives on the way through. That was a little careless. Alright, so what I'm going to need to do over here is, as I say, so I need to work out where I'm going to get power from. It feels like it shouldn't be that difficult because there is a lot of there's stuff, there's bits in my factory everywhere. We've got some, we can see all of that stuff over there. There's a massive area of it down there. It goes all the way over to there as well. So I feel like, what's that noise? Oh, it's a balloon animal. That's okay. I feel like I should be able to link up to that pylon over there and to drop one in about here. They do go that far. Problem is, you can't snap onto them, I don't think. Oh, actually, maybe you can. If I get a power tower and put it in. Well, okay, I can drop down there. That's not too far away. There is a limit to how far they can reach, but I think down here is probably going to be all right. So put that there. Whoop. Maybe I can just get myself attacked again. Ah. It's not very accurate when you go full auto with it, which is fair enough. Many guns aren't. There we go. Right. I thought I heard another grunt. Maybe it was a sort of its dying what's name sounds or something like that. Right, where was I before I so rudely interrupted? Yes. I would like to go power line from the top of there to that one over there, if you don't mind. Oh, a power slug. So you see that is within range by the looks of it. It just isn't going to join it onto it because of, I don't know, unhelpful reasons. Let's move this a little bit closer to the edge, just because I think that I'm wondering if it's just not quite in range. So put you, in fact, actually let's grab this first. There we go. It'll stop making weird noises at me then. Right, power tower. You go. I could put it over there. Is that closer? I don't think it is. Put this here, like that, and run a cable from the top of you to that one over there. But it's still not quite doing it. I don't know what that's linking to. Oh, that's putting it on the back of that platform over there. I could do that. At least it's linked now. Well, it's not linked, but I can get over there and then link it, I suppose. Fine. We'll do it like that then, even though it's kind of horrible. then it was up there for the next for the sulfur is up there on the top of this thing. So if I go up there and drop in another tower, then I can get some power up to that. Like, I don't know. You know what? Let's take advantage of this stuff. Oh, and I've run out of bloody concrete. Ah. Right. Okay. I'm going to go and get some more concrete because that is apparently the root of all my problems at the moment. And I'll get back over there and just, you know, finish everything up. Oh, there's a cannon over here. I'll use that to get back up, get back over. Up, 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 not up. Ah, ow. Fine, switch jet hover packs. I want to combine one that that will use electricity when it's available and will use fuel when it isn't. That might be a little greedy though. Is there anything else I'm running out of while I'm over here? I honestly can't remember. Take quite a lot of concrete. I seem to use that in large quantities. I've also got an enormous amount of encased industrial beam. I should obviously start making. Oh yes, it's because I was going to upgrade all of the bus stuff to that type of tier 4 belt. I think is the concrete beam. Yes, that'd be a good idea. Right, so if I can get myself over there to the bottom of that. In fact, the easiest way to get there is going to be to use one of these vacuum tubes down here. This one specifically. Like this. Ow. What was I saying? Nope, I have lost the plot. Oh yeah, if I get that over there and link it up, then I can zip line back over to the sulfur area, and then put the get the other pylon installed over there, and then hopefully get my mining drills up and running. Oh, I didn't bring any mining drills. I should have to build some more again. That's doable. I should be spat out just along here like that. There we go. And then I can come around here to this, which is rather precarious, but never mind. And link that from there to there. There we go. Why it couldn't just have done that with one pylon, I don't know. I don't like to ask. Let's put that there so this looks slightly less precarious. Get out the zip line and there we go. That'll get me across this presumably bottomless ravine, which I clearly definitely don't want to fall into. And then from here I can get back up onto that rock over there and put in my sulfur mine. The zip line becomes quite a lot more usable once you have jetpacks, because you can do things like that where you don't have to worry quite so much about falling off it. It's just a whole lot more usable. Right. Can I? No, I can't. But what I can probably do is put in a tower up here. That was not the button I meant to press. Why can I not rotate that once I've done that with it? Right, I want it that way around. There we go. And then I want to run a cable from there all the way to there. Right. Then I'll build the correct thing this time. I would like to build a production system. I would like to build the equipment workshop this time. Put one of you in Come on. Oh, I've run out of iron plates. Do you ever get the feeling it's getting to the point where it's about time to stop playing because it's just starting to go a bit crap? What was the... I mean, I need to go back and get more stuff. What was the route I took? Did I come over the top here or did I go around the bottom? Right, I think my belt came up over there somewhere. So yes, I guess it might as well go around the bottom, really. The sad thing is, even with all this effort I'm having to put in, this is probably still easier than it would be to put in the extra train systems that would be required. Actually, I'm not sure that's true, come to think of it. No, don't do that. Do that. I'm not sure that's true because I'm going to need to put in some of that extra train system to get the concrete that I'm going to need as well. So maybe that's not true. Why? Oh, okay. So, interestingly, we use up the reinforced iron plates about as fast as we make them. That surprises me. In fact, I think I already have the wrong suit on. I already have some drills over here, so rather than making more, let's attempt a sort of a big swirly route round over here. Like this. That was quite smoothly done. I'm quite pleased with that. One of these boxes, yes, there we go. We've got a couple of those drills. Let's clear out the to-do list because I think there's an easy. I thought there was an. I'm still going to need a water extractor. I still need a manufacturer. Ping to you too. I need a Mark II drill. And I need an enormous quantity of belts. So that tells me, for all of that... there we go. What do I need? I need more rotors, I need more motors, I need more heavy modular frames, I need more cables. Interesting. I thought I took an enormous amount of cables with me, but I guess I've just been absolutely ripping through them. So there's my rotors. Oh, we've still got the hypertube stuff in there as well. Rotors go everywhere from here. Not over there. Where are the motors? Is it you? You motors? No, you're modular frames. So are you. Ah. This place is such a mess. How did this ever work? I'm not sure it ever did. What about you? Your motors. Yoink. Have some of that. Heavy modular frames. That's these guys. No, don't dismantle it. Grab a load of those. I'll grab a few more than I did last time because, well, last time I ran out and therefore I obviously didn't have enough. And then I need cables. Cables come from through here. Down here specifically. There we go. Take it. Oh. What have I... Okay, you know what? Let's just junk these bits of animal. I don't actually need those. There we go. I'll take a couple of stacks of those, because those I do need. In fact, let's put the 23 of them back. Get a full stack. Right. There we go. That's everything I need for all of those things. Even if there's still some hypertube stuff in the want list, wish list there. Right, now I can go back over and I can start building that stuff up. So let's get this right this time. Let's change into the jetpack first. And then... No, that's not how you do that. Stop that. You go... You run towards it and you slide, and then you come out here with a ludicrous amount of speed. And I want to go there. That's where I'm aiming for. Ow. Okay, that'll do. I don't think I actually hurt myself on landing there. It just seemed like it should have, so I said ow anyway. Right, put that there. Boom. And we can plug it in. No, not like that. We can plug it in like that. There we go. And how much you make? How fast are you making it? Tell me. Tell me your secrets. 120 per minute. Okay, so that means a Mark II belt, I think. Yes, it does. So, you know what? I'm going to elevator straight out of here. Like that. Okay. Jetpack over here. And then a belt from there. Onto here. And then through the jungle. And I've run out of reinforced iron plates already. Okay, fair enough. I didn't expect that to last very long. I don't have a lot of steel either. Oh, we'll see how far we get. Goes to here. Ooh, there's more resources up here. Oh, it's just one of them. No, stop pressing that. Ah. I want that. This is the appropriate tool for the job. Oh, until it runs out of ammo anyway. Well, I want to say I've scared it off, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen. So much undergrowth. Was that it? No, it wasn't it. That was a tree. Oop, that's it. Job done. Alright, where was I? Too long will be the cry. Where am I? Where does my belt come up? Oh, okay, down there. Nice. You to there to there. Right. There we go. Now we have sulfur. We can't do anything with it because we don't have water, but I mean. Whoop. And then even if we did have water, we can't do anything with that because we don't have alumina. So I think the next thing to do is going to be concrete. However, I'm also aware that it is now 11 o'clock. Therefore, I think it is about bedtime. I'm going to call this a night here. I've got the sulfur coming in. We'll see it arriving over here relatively soon. Let's switch jetpack type so I can at least look around a bit. There we go. Oh, I've got some flowers as well. Let's go to them. If I go up a bit higher in the air, maybe I can escape the radiation. I don't know. Right, so the sulfur is making its way through over there. It's going to arrive on this top belt, I get. No, the not top belt fairly soon. It's going to appear here. It's going to need to be put into one of these machines. I've kind of lost track of which one it is. Is it you? That isn't the button I meant to press at all. Yes, it's this one. This one needs the sulfur to be brought into it. So we'll have to put in a few more of the splitters along here. Oh, maybe not, actually. We'll have to put in some more belts, anyway. Like this. And this. And this. To get it to where it's needed. But essentially... Oh, I've run out of steel. There's a bit of a running theme here. So the sulfur should come in. I'm still waiting for it by the looks of it, but it should come in over here somewhere. Oh, it's made it to here, And then, not, oh, those haven't actually linked, despite the fact they look like they have. Helpful. I think I need to remove both of those splitters. And probably that belt. Oh, wait. I'm confused. I can't put a splitter on here because it'll do the hat thing. Look, if I put a splitter here. Hello. Do what I'm asking, please. If I put a splitter here, it's going to put it on there as a hat, and that's not in the right place now. I need to put it here in the correct place, and I don't know how to do that. That's just putting it back in exactly the same place it was in before. If I delete this, it's between squares as far as the floor hole conveyor lift is concerned. Alright, what I'm going to have to do then, I think, is going to be to move it over here and just do something ugly with the belts. Get rid of that, and put one of these then here, and now have my elevator coming out of... That's a train station. Have my elevator coming out of here like that. And then run the belt from there into there. Which is ugly, but it works, I guess. Not ideal. But it'll work, and that's the most important thing, I suppose. So that now travels along here like that. We can then find where it's supposed to come out. I know I said I was going to finish. I got distracted. This is what it's like being me, apparently. So we'll put you on there like that. It's in about the right place. Yeah. Okay, elevator coming down here like this. And belts going from there into there. Right. So now all we need along here is water. So I finished the sulfur, and I think finishing off the sulfur was worthwhile. I also should have brought that down a little bit lower, but never mind, it doesn't actually matter. Okay, so today's progress. I feel like I've done a lot. I've built up a huge number of stations underneath here, and I've built up this large factory area that is now producing basically almost everything required to make magnetic generators, and nearly everything that's required to make the nuclear fuel cells. So it's going to be fairly easy in the next stream to go from having, well, this system that you see in front of me, to actually finishing it off, bringing in the concrete, and I think that's it. I think if I bring in the concrete, then I will have everything that's needed over here. There may well be something else I've forgotten, but I feel pretty good about saying that the only thing I need to do now is the concrete. And then we can get this system actually up and running. We'll start producing the magnetic field generators over there, and the uranium fuel cells over here. Maybe we'll put in a uranium fuel plant or nuclear fuel plant up here. Maybe we'll put it down below with the coal-fired ones. I don't know. We'll have a look at it, see what it requires, and how it works. In fact, if we have a quick look in here in the buildings, we'll probably be able to tell what it needs. Nuclear power plant. Consumes nuclear fuel rods and water. So that's another water sink. So that might be quite a good one to put up here to deal with the uranium. Or maybe just take a pipe out from here to deal with it. It also produces nuclear waste. I guess we'll just shove that into a warehouse for the time being, and see later. Yeah. So we shall see. But that seems like it should be a relatively easy final thing to do, given that I've got all of this area set up as is. We do still have a major problem with steel. However, I'm hoping that once we have nuclear power, then we'll be able to stop pumping all of the coal into these coal power plants down here, and start using, and then just start passing all the coal off to be turned into steel. And so we shall hopefully then have plenty. Then hopefully we shall then have plenty of steel available. We'll be able to, and all of our problems will go away. That feels a trifle... trifling over-optimistic to me, but you know we can always hope. We'll see how things go, and then once that's done, I can start working on the rest of the things up there in the top right. I have a feeling I'm already making the one on the left. I think I might be making that over there in the computer factory area, because I think those might be supercomputers. No, they're not supercomputers. Supercomputers are yellow. What are those? Assembly director systems. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm making those already. But there is still going to then be the other two things up there, whatever they are. I can't even find them. I don't think I've researched them yet, so that shows how difficult they are. Oh yes, and I need to go and buy the pipe through ground things. Let's go. Actually, while I think of it, let's go over and have a quick check and see whether I can do that. See whether I can just straight up unlock it without any faffing around. I want to go that way. Too far! As is always the way. And now I've lost all my momentum. I'm just going to come down here then, it turns out. Oof. It's a lot easier to slow yourself down than it is to speed yourself up in this. It's got sort of weird cartoony physics. Alright, awesome shop. I want to know about pipe stuff. Is that a management thing? Looks like it. Hypertubes, pipelines, there we go. Pipeline floor hole, I want that. Pipeline wall attachment, maybe. It's only 2 coupons, sure. I would like a pipe that hangs from the ceiling. That'd be quite nice. I don't know how wall power outlets work. How do you get the power into the wall in the first place? Maybe I should buy them and find out. Foundations I've got plenty of. Walls I don't care about. Architecture. There's a load of pretty stuff in there. I'm not really prettifying stuff. Not going to buy stuff from here. That's a massive waste of tokens. Oh, that's a thought. Yeah, awesome sinking of anything of nuclear waste sounds like a good idea. Okay, cool. Thank you. Well, I'll work that one out when I get to it. Burn that bridge when I come to it, as they say. How many points have I got? 13 coupons. That's plenty. Take those. Thank you. And then if I come over here, back to the awesome shop, and I would like to check out now, buy those. There we go. Pipeline bits. And then I should put the extra tokens over in whichever box it is I'm keeping them in. I think it's this box. Is it you? It is you. Have some more. No, how about you? I'd say you could have a hard drive, but you're full. What's this stuff? SAM ore. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Where are my tokens? There they are. Those can go in there. And I'll put the other hard drive in here for now. Oh, I've got more tokens here as well. Let's take those and put them in here. Alright, so this really is the end of the stream now. As you've seen, I've got quite a lot of the stuff built up, working towards nuclear power and nuclear everything that's going on over there. So, I'll be finishing that one off next week. Don't forget to stop by on Monday when there'll be the usual Factorio K2SE stream. I imagine probably quite a lot of you come along to that one already, because that is the more popular stream of the two. Although this one's done quite well. I'm pleased with this. Pleased with the results today. Or pleased with the number of viewers today. And then, of course, there will also be the videos at the weekend summarising last week's Factorio stream. So that's that to look forward to. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already, and I shall see you next time. Thanks for watching. Thanks again. Good night, regular, and good night, everyone else. Oh, it's a power pole you can stick on the wall instead of on the floor. Okay, that's a bit less useful. I was hoping it would just turn the entire wall into being powered, and then you could link up to it or something like that. But okay, that makes more sense. All right, thank you, and good night. See you next.